All right. Shalom, shalom. I'd like to start off by saying, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai, Kol Elohim La Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rakakudah. Double homage to the elders and apostles, great millstone who rule well. Blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect that's scattered abroad, the Akim and the Akwat that's listening in. Yahweh Rakazah, Lord willing, that the lesson is edifying. The brother Shawab Mwan back at you with another lesson with the brother Fasad. As always, we come out week in and week out to prophesy the downfall of America, all right, which is also known as Babylon the Great. Prophesy the downfall of the so-called white man, which is the devil that the Bible speaks of. Right? And salvation is preached unto you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians, which are the true Hebrew Israelites that the Bible speak of. All right? And, we're in beautiful times right now, all right, because as always, prophecy is moving right along, just the way it's supposed to, right on the Lord's watch. All right, but I was just meditating before on Deuteronomy 28 chapter. All right, grab Baruch 4:1. All right, because see, we have to understand that the Lord, He had to basically, in order for us to get this truth, all right, He had to go through the things that He went through, man. All right, He had to, go up on that cross for us to receive this truth at the end of the day. And the reason that we're about to go into all this destruction, all right, is because we were not following what was given to us, man. We were not following the manual that the Lord has set before us, man, for us to be successful, all right, in life. Okay? So go ahead.
All right, this is
4:1.
This is Baruch 4:1. It says, "This is the book of the commandments of the Most High, and the law that endureth forever. All they that keep it shall come to life, but such as leave it shall die."
See, so whoever leads astray from these commandments, all right, eventually you're gonna have death upon your side, all right, because by you not following the law, statutes, commandments that the Lord has given onto us, that means you're straying away from the ways of the Lord. All right, so it will only make you susceptible unto sin because you're not guided. You have no guidance that the Lord has given us. Grab real quick 16, second Ezra 16 verse.
16.
The 16 chapter. I'll show you right now. Should be at the like 71, 72 around there. 75, yeah.
All right, so it says, second book of Ezra, the 16th chapter, verse 75. Be ye not afraid, neither doubt, for the Most High is your guide.
You see, that's our guide, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. And what's the whole duty of man? All right, pertaining to what? Ecclesiastes 12 and 13. All right, to fear Yahweh Bashem Yahushai and keep his law, statutes, and commandments. That's the duty of man. All right. So when you don't follow the law, statutes, commandments that the Lord has provided onto us, then you are what? You are misguided, man. You're guided by the ways of this world, and the ways of this world makes you open onto sin. All right. That's why go back to 4:1. All right, read that again.
Matter of fact, hold on. I'll read that one more time. It says, second Ezra 16 and 75, be ye not afraid, neither doubt, for the Most High is your guide, and the guide of them who keep my commandments and precepts. Saith the Lord power, let not your sins weigh you down, and let not your iniquities lift up themselves.
Yeah, because Yahweh Bashem Yahushua is a gracious power. All right. So as many times as we went off in life, see, the Lord is always commanding us to come back to the Lord, to turn back from our evil ways and turn on to Him. All right. So He gives you a chance, man, to always come back to Him. All right. He understands what we've been going through, man. He understands that the creature was subject unto vanity. All right. But the Lord always commands us to turn back to the law, man. Go ahead.
This is Baruch 4:1. This is the book of the commandments of the Most High, and the law that endureth forever.
Yeah, because you got people that'll say that the laws are done away with, but the Lord just said that the laws endure forever, man. That
Woo!
means they pertain it's forever. There's nothing that, even when we're in the kingdom, we're going to be keeping the law, statutes, and commandments, but this time it's going to be on our inward parts, man. All right, go ahead.
All they that keep it shall come to life, but such as leave it shall die. Turn thee, O Jacob, and take hold of it. Walk in the presence of the light thereof, that thou mayest be
Yeah,
illuminated.
see, you're going to be illuminated. You're going to be illuminated with this light, walking in the ways of righteousness. Now the Lord cleanses your spirit, man. Now you're not walking defiled all over the earth, man. Worthy of death. Okay, let me grab this real quick. This is John 14 and 26. And it says, but the Comforter, which is the Holy Spirit, the Holy Ghost, whom the Father will send in my name, he shall teach you all things and bring all things to your remembrance. You see, going back into remembering that we're supposed to be keeping the law, statutes, and commandments to the best of our ability, rehearsing the righteous acts, man, in the land that wherever we ended up at. Okay, wherever we ended up at, we were always still to remain keeping the law, statutes, and commandments, man. All right.
All right, verse 3, give not thy honor to another, nor the things that are profitable unto thee to a strange nation. All right, yeah, because letting you know that this book and these laws are only for us, man.
Yep.
They're not for anybody else. It tells you that in Psalms 147, man.
That's right. He showed his word unto Jacob.
He has not dealt so with any other nation, man. And the Lord also said, cast not your pearls before swine, man. All these other nations are like swine, man. All right, they are unclean to the Most High. All right. So it says, "O Israel, happy are we, for things that are pleasing to the Most High are made known unto us."
Yeah. So the Lord gave you what did the Lord say? He said, "For this is the love of the Most High, that you keep my commandments, and my commandments are not grievous." You see, because a lot of people don't understand what the true love of the Most High is, man.
Right.
All right. They just think it's all about love, love, love. Nah, man. The real love, that word love goes into apagio, which goes into another word similar to that. I forgot the word. But that word goes into being well pleased of. You see, that's what that word love really means. It means to be well pleased of. So the Lord is going to be well pleased of you by keeping the law, statutes, and commandments. You see, that's the love of the Most High, and His commandments are not grievous.
Yeah,
man.
because y'all think love is an emotion. Love is an action, man.
Right.
All right, like they say, actions speak louder than words. All right, how do you show the Lord you love Him? Do your actions by keeping the laws and commandments, man.
That's the word. Agape. Agape goes first, and then agape goes into apagio, which apagio means to be well pleased of. That's what that word love really meant when what was the love of the Most High. You see? But go ahead.
It says, "O Israel, happy are we, for the things that are pleasing to the Most High are made known unto us. Be of good cheer, my people, that the memorial of Israel."
Exactly. So by not us following, right? What was that last part again, real quick? Just read that
It
last part
says,
again.
"Be of good cheer, my people, the memorial of Israel."
Yeah, be of good cheer, because why? The Lord has brought us back to remembrance to have the good gospel. All right. So now we should be of good cheer, because now we have hope in life by following the law, statutes, and commandments. Because the Lord just said that this is the book of life, man. If you follow it, you're gonna have life. All right. If you don't follow, you're gonna have what? You're gonna have death. Okay. All right.
Verse 6, "Ye were sold to the nations, not for your destruction, but because ye moved God to wrath, ye were delivered unto your enemies." All right. "For ye provoked him that made you by the sacrificing unto devils and not to the Most High."
And that's what mostly went on every time, man, with our people. The number one thing that the Lord told us not to do was worship any other gods, man. And we always went off by worshiping any other gods, by going after the ways of the heathen. All right, the same way we are still going through that today. Okay. As a matter of fact, I was reading what was it, Second Kings, the 17th chapter, when it talks about the Assyrian Empire. That's what I was reading earlier, and it was talking about the same thing in there. You know, it was saying that we are still doing this same shit till this day. Till this day, still worshiping all other gods and still not following the laws and commandments and following after the ways of the heathen, man.
That's why 2/3 have to die. That's why only a small remnant is chosen and coming back, man.
Exactly, because you got the 2/3 that won't even acknowledge their sin.
Right.
You see, okay, because that's the main thing, man, is acknowledging that you're wrong and acknowledging that you've been sinning before the eyes of the Lord.
And that goes back to being prideful, proud, man.
Exactly.
And the Lord, that's one of the things that the Lord hates, man. That's one of the things He hates the most.
That's right.
Is a prideful, a proud spirit, man. One that thinks his shit don't stink, man. One that acts like he don't sin, man. Or if he does sin, it's nothing is going to happen to him. All right, that he's just going to keep getting away with it, and then no judgment is going to come upon him. Yeah, all right. You know what I'm saying? All right. Verse 8. Ye have forgotten the everlasting power that brought you up, and ye have grieved Jerusalem that nursed you.
Yeah, and why? Because they are the same people that died off in the wilderness, man. All right. They hear it was that the Lord delivered them out of Egypt. All right, gave them food. All right, water. Gave them quails, water. All right, showed them showed them His miracles. All right, and our people still had what? All right, rebellion against the Lord. Our people still was a wicked ass people and still wanted to do what was in their mind and their own heart, their own favor. All right, and that's what gets us in trouble every single time, man. That's why the Lord casted us all right, onto our enemies. And our enemies have us in captivity to this day. All of our enemies are above us, man, just like the curses said they would be. All right, and that we were going to be running onto them for the want of all things.
Right. All right, I got Nehemiah 9:26. It says, nevertheless, they were disobedient and rebelled against thee and cast thy law behind their backs. And slew thy prophets, which testified against them to turn them to thee, and they wrought great provocation. Therefore, thou deliverest them into the hand of their enemies, who vexed them, and in the time of their trouble, when they cried unto thee, thou heardest them from heaven, and according to thy manifold mercies, thou gavest them saviors, whom saved them out of the hand of their enemies. But after they had rest, they did evil again before thee. Therefore leftest thou them in the hand of their enemies, so that they had dominion over them. Yet when they returned and cried unto thee, thou heardest them from heaven, and many times didst thou deliver them according to thy mercy.
Yeah, because every time we would turn back from our wicked ways, the Lord would hear our prayers. That's right. He would hear everything that we was going through, man. Let me grab this real quick.
And the Lord is hearing us now, man.
All right, and that was in the book of what? Nehemiah.
It was Nehemiah.
All right. This is what I was reading earlier since we're talking about it. Came across it real quick. This is because this was talking about how when when the northern kingdom went into captivity, all right, and the only thing that was left was for Yahweh to turn to Judah, but Judah ended up following anyway. Yeah, after Israel. All right, but I'll start it from not so I don't have to read so much. I'll start from 7, and it says, I'll start from 6. In the 9th year of Hosea, the king of Assyria took Samaria, carried Israel away into Assyria, and placed them in Halah, in the harbor by the river of Gozan, and the cities of the Medes. For so it was that the children of Israel had sinned against the Lord their power, who had brought them up out of the land of Egypt from under the hand of Pharaoh king of Egypt, and had feared other gods, and walked in the statutes of the heathen, whom the Lord cast out from before the children of Israel and of the kings of Israel, which they had made, and the children of Israel did secretly those things that were not right against the Lord their power. And they brought them high, and they built them high places all in their cities, from the tower of the watchmen to the fenced city. And they set them up an image and groves in every high hill and under every green tree. And that's when brothers be using that, going into that pagan Christmas and all that, you know what I'm saying? Because they were going back to the same thing they were doing in the ancient times. All right. And it says, then they burnt incense in all the high places, as did the heathen, whom the Lord carried away before them, and wrought wicked things to provoke the Lord to anger. For they served idols whereof the Lord had set. And it's crazy because what Ephraim is joined on to idols. See how the northern kingdom was always into heavy, idol worship. Yep, exactly. And it says, for they served idols whereof the Lord had said unto them, ye shall not do this thing. Yet the Lord testified against Israel and against Judah by all the prophets. See, this is why we come out here on these highways and edges, man, to wake you up to what you've been doing wrong the whole entire time, man. We have to face it ourselves. All right, we have to realize that we were going off, man. See, this is why the Lord had to send you the comforter, man, because how would you ever know you were going off unless the Lord gave it to you in the book telling you what is wrong from right? You understand? So go ahead, what you gonna say?
No, I was just gonna say, yeah, how would you know that you were going off unless somebody was sent to you?
Exactly.
The Lord set up men on earth, man, to show you your transgressions. It tells you that in Isaiah 58, man.
That's right.
All right. The Lord said, show my people their transgressions.
That's right. So it says, yet the Lord testified against Israel and against Judah, and by all the prophets and by all the seers, saying, turn ye from your evil ways and keep my commandments and my statutes, according to all the law which I commanded your fathers, and which I sent to you by my servants, the prophets. You see, showing you that the Lord only dealing with men that he has sent, all right, that will feed you with knowledge and wisdom in those days, man. All right.
But you persecuted the prophets, man.
That's right.
All right.
Still persecuting the prophets to this day.
That's right. There's nothing new under the sun, man.
Turning the ear away. Grab real quick, Zechariah 7:11. All right, turning their ear away from the truth, man. So they make their what? Their hardened adamant stone. All right, go ahead.
Zechariah 7:11. But they refused to hearken and pulled away the shoulder and stopped their ears that they should not hear. Yea, they made their ears as an adamant stone, lest they should hear the law and the words which the Lord of hosts has sent in his spirit by the former prophets. Therefore came a great wrath from the Lord of hosts.
You see, because they make their ear adamant stone. So it goes basically like the angels are constantly blocking out everything that they're listening to. Because how do you get faith? Faith come by hearing. All right, and by you hearing the word is how you start to get sealed. All right, is how you get sealed by the word. So when you're being ignorant, all right, and you're just pushing to the side everything that the Lord is giving you, okay, now you're not going to be sealed. All right, because let's grab that real quick. Hold on. In 1 second.
Isn't that when they hear the word?
Yeah. Forgot exactly where. I think it's in I want to say Corinthians. Yeah, Ephesians. Salakia. Ephesians. That's right. So this is first chapter. The first chapter. Hold on. No, I think it's hold on, let me grab some blue letter. There's too many of them coming up.
It says they heard the word behind
their ears. Yeah. This is, I think it's in Ephesians, the first one. Yeah. Ephesians 1:13, so you didn't give that one. It was given like Ephesians 1 and So this is 1 and 13, and it says, in whom ye also trusted after that ye heard the word of truth, the gospel of your salvation, in whom also after that ye believed, ye were sealed with the Holy Spirit of promise, which is the earnest of our inheritance unto the redemption of our purchased possession, unto the praise of his glory. You see, so the Lord, he gives you the word, all right, and if he trusts you enough with the word, like grab Ecclesiasticus, the second chapter, Ecclesiasticus, yeah, not the 6th chapter, the 4th chapter, all right, because it tells you, let me read that again. It says, in whom ye also trusted, all right, because the Lord, he trusts us with his word, man. So at the end of the day, when he trusts us, let me see, start from 4 and 11.
All right, this is Sirach 4 and 11. Wisdom exalts her children and lays hold of them that seek her.
So by hearing is how you already starting to seek, man, for the wisdom of the Lord. Go ahead.
Yeah, and the scriptures say, if you search for the truth, you shall find it, man.
That's right.
I remember that was exactly me, man. I used to spend up hours, I used to be up late night hours and hours a day just looking for the truth, man, just looking for answers. And then boom, I came across an Israelite video.
It's crazy, because the way I came into the truth, it was by you, but when I had, right before I really clicked with you, I had got into a dispute with somebody trying to tell him that the Lord existed. He was trying to say that the Lord didn't. And then the way it ended, long story short, the way the whole conversation ended was like, he was like, what the hell you want to know for anyway? I said, because I want to know the truth of life, of how this really runs. And then next thing you know, like a week later, 2 weeks later after that, that's when it really clicked with me and you. And I really came to the truth, because we search for the truth at the end of the day. The Lord is looking for those that are actually trying to search for something other than what the fuck is going on in this place, man. All right?
Search for something greater, man.
Exactly.
No, there's nothing,
because we know that there's something greater, man. It just doesn't make sense that everywhere we looked and every time we looked, everything around us was above us. And there was like no rest for us. There was no chance for us, no hope for us in life until you find the true hope, which is what? The gospel.
Like you say to yourself, this just can't be it, man. And then you born, you go to work, and now you gotta work all the way until you just die. You know, like
about one kind just stays on top, and we're doing all the work.
Right.
That's why it all makes sense. But when you have the truth of by the prophets, all right, it all makes sense and it clicks together, man. All right, go ahead.
All right. Ecclesiasticus 4 and 11. Wisdom exalts her children and lays hold of them that seek her. He that loveth her loveth life, and they that seek her early shall be filled with joy.
That's right.
He that holds her fast shall inherit glory, and wheresoever she enters, the Lord will bless.
That's right.
They that serve her shall minister to the Holy One.
Yeah, because if you serve in the wisdom, that means you're following the law, statutes, and commandments. Because that's the wisdom that the Lord has provided for us. Go ahead.
And them that love her, the Lord does love.
That's right.
Whoso giveth ear unto her shall judge the nation.
See, who shall give ear unto her, because faith come by hearing, and that's how you're gonna get that wisdom, man. By listening. Go ahead.
And the scriptures say the elect is going to judge the 12 tribes of the children of Israel, right. And we're also going to judge the other nations with a rod of iron, man.
That's right.
All right. And he that attends unto her shall dwell securely. If a man commit himself unto her, he shall inherit her, and his generation shall hold her in possession. For at the first she will walk with him by crooked ways.
This is the point right here. Keep going.
And bring fear and dread upon him.
Yeah, because in order for you to learn that you were doing wrong, you have to walk in crooked ways, man. You have to learn wickedness for you to enjoy that righteousness and understand righteousness, man. Go ahead.
That's why when you're truly humble and you come into this truth, man, you cry, man.
That's right.
You cry, man, because of how wicked you were. All right, you're very ashamed. You cry to the Lord to beg you for forgiveness. You see actually how wicked you were, man.
That's right.
All right.
And that's the reality of these people. They don't want to face themselves.
Mm-hmm.
The hardest thing is to look yourself in the fucking mirror, man, and really tell yourself you were going off. You were wrong, man. Like the brother was saying before, the pride of the people take over, man. All right, go ahead.
It says, and bring fear and dread upon him. Yeah, because that, bro.
Through the terror of the Lord, you persuade men. So we ended up being persuaded in our mind through the terror of the Lord, knowing that if we don't follow the commandments, give the effort or to the best of our ability, we're going to get put down, man.
Right.
Because we never got to acknowledge. That's why he said in 2nd Ezra 9 that they abused my ways. They loathed my law and they continue to live with benefits this whole time, man. Go ahead.
It says, and torment him with her discipline.
Yeah, because everything is about discipline. Discipline is the key. Along with perseverance, along with faith, discipline is the main thing, man. That's the hardest thing we have in this truth is the discipline. All right? To not go back to doing the shit that we were doing.
Right.
All right?
Until she may trust his soul.
There you go. Here goes the point. Let me read this one more time. And whom ye also trusted, Ephesians 1 and 13, and whom ye also trusted after that ye heard the word of the truth and the gospel of your salvation, meaning that you accepted your gospel, all right? That you understand that, hey, you might not make it, but you know what? From here on out, you're going to do better, all right? If you do better, all right? If you know better, you would do better, okay? And whom also after that ye believed, ye were sealed with the Holy Spirit of promise. Go ahead.
All right. It says, until she may trust his soul and try him by her laws.
Yeah, you see? So when you hear this word, all right, the Lord's already beginning to trust you because you're standing here long enough to hear the word. So you're receiving the message, as opposed to if you're just like Zechariah 7 and 11, that they had made their ears of adamant stone. All right, now their ears are being blocked by what? By the angels, the demons, their pride. So they're not able to understand what's going on, man, and they're not able to be trusted with the word. So they won't receive it because they're not filled with the spirit. That the spirit, those that are the spirit mind, the things of the spirit. All right, those that are the natural man cannot receive the things that the spiritual man receives, man. All right, because they are all flesh. All right. So go ahead, read it again.
It says, I'll start at 17. For at first she will walk with him by crooked ways and bring fear and dread upon him and torment him with her discipline until she may trust his soul and try him by her laws. Then will she return to the straight way unto him and comfort him and show him her secret.
Exactly. All right. And she's going to show you the true way of walking in the way of the Lord, man. All right. Going back to why we said this is why we needed Yahushua to bring that comforter onto us. Grab what is that? John 16 and 9, I believe. All right. Because if we didn't receive the comforter, all right, we would have never knew right from wrong, because we would have never received the lost that not the lost that we would never receive the scriptures, man, the way it was given on to us. All right, it's 16 now, right?
Yeah, I'll start at 16. It goes into 13. It says the spirit of truth will come, he will guide you.
Now start from 4.
All right. It says John 16. I'll get it from
Shalom, brother Yahweh Bashem Yahushua Barakatah to the brothers. All right. Shalom, sister. This is 1 Corinthians 9 and 16. It says, for though I preach the gospel, I have nothing to glory of, for necessity is laid upon me. Yeah, woe unto me if I preach not the gospel.
That's right.
This is Wisdom of Solomon 8:21. Nevertheless, when I perceived that I could not otherwise obtain her, except Yahweh gave her me. See, because it's of the Lord, man. The Lord is what gives the increase. Okay? It says, except Yahweh gave her me, and that was a point of wisdom also to know whose gift she was. I prayed unto the Lord, and he besought him, and with my whole heart I said, you see, yeah, because that's how you're going to be able to, if you are the children of the light, you're going to have the spirit of discernment to know who actually is running with the true gospel, man. Because just like it says right here, all right, we were, Yahweh gave her me, and that was a point of wisdom also to know whose gift she was. All right, because you can't what is it, gainsay nor resist, all right, what the Heavenly Father has in these scriptures. This is why we're able to be even at peace with our enemies. All right, and even when our enemies get at us a certain way and we might get hostile back, nothing is ever going to happen, because you can do nothing against this truth, man, before the truth. Okay,
I don't know if you already quoted or just said it. Scripture say, when a man's ways pleases the Lord, he makes his enemies to be at peace with him.
Exactly.
All right, so this is John 16:4. It says, but these things have I told you, that when the time shall come.
But take it from the top.
All right,
because it was right there.
All right, so it says, verse 16:1. Excuse me, John 16:1. These things have I spoken unto you, that ye should not be offended, that shall put you out of the synagogues. Yea, the time cometh that whosoever kills you will think that he doeth the Most High service.
Yeah, elaborate on that.
All right, yeah, because a lot of people think that that we're not the true men of the Lord. All right, that what they're doing is the truth, and that what we're doing is not, man. So they're going to persecute the prophets, man. Right? They think that they're doing the will of the Lord, man. All right, because the scriptures say, they hated me, they hated you as well, man. A servant is not above his master. If they kept my words, they will keep your sayings also.
Right.
All right. So it says, and these things will they do unto you, because they have not known the Father nor me.
Yeah. And why did they know the Father? Because they pushed away this truth. All right. They pushed away the prophets. They pushed Yahushua away when he was in their presence in that time.
Yeah, because that's how you know the Father. The Lord said, if they have known me, they know the Father. Yeah,
that's right. Because I can't get to the Father without the Yahushua, man.
He's of the Father.
Exactly. Man. Go ahead.
All right. But these things have I told you, that when the time shall come, ye may remember that I told you of them.
And that's why the Lord brought us back into remembrance, man. To remember everything. All right. Remember who we were, our heritage. Remember why we were supposed to be wearing fringes and keeping our law, statutes, and commandments. All right. Remembering that we were supposed to turn back to our power, because the time has come that the Lord is bringing destruction upon this place, man. It's only so often that the Lord allowed this place to continue with wickedness, and then it had to be brought down. You see? Go ahead.
It says, but these things have I told you, that when the time comes, ye may remember that I told you of them. And these things I said not unto you at the beginning, because I was with you. Yeah, so Yahushua said that all these things were going to happen, man. That's how we know he's the Lord, and that he's the prophet and of the Most High, that the Most High sent them, man. He told us that these things were going to happen, and he's on point with it, man.
Exactly.
All right. But now,
this is going into the Holy Spirit being promised. All right.
But now I go my way to him that sent me, and none of you askest me, whither thou go, or whither goest thou. But because I have said these things unto you, sorrow has filled your heart. Nevertheless, I tell you the truth, it is expedient for you that I go away. For if I go not away, the Comforter will not come unto you.
See, so if Yahushua didn't go away, all right, the Comforter would have never came on to us, and we would have never knew who we were. what we were doing wrong or any of that, man. We would have never knew that the Lord had a grace period for us to turn back onto him, man.
And that goes to show you how much the Lord loved us, man. You think he didn't want to hang out with the apostles after he he risked what he did, but you think he didn't want to chill and hang out longer? All right, to be around his brethren, the children of Israel, but he went up just for us, man. All right, so he could send down his spirit
It's
for us.
like in that video that I just made that Apostle Kabar said, if you understood the significance of what he went through, man, on that cross, you would never look at the bullshit of religion again, man, because it's a fucking mockery, man. You see, it's blasphemous, blaspheming all day, man. These people don't understand what the Lord went through for us to receive his knowledge, man. Receive words, knowledge, not fucking money, not the things of this world, man, but the knowledge that's written in these scriptures, man.
That's right.
All right,
Right.
Go ahead.
He had to die on that wood, all right, for us to receive this knowledge, man.
Right.
All right.
Something like that.
All right.
All right, no, we don't do all that, bro.
Now, what you 5%? No. God body?
All right. You represent a lie? Huh?
Yes.
Exactly. No, we don't do none of that.
Y'all represent
We don't do none
God.
of that.
All right, this is verse 16
Y'all Moors?
and 7. No, we're not Moors.
Which way?
We Israelites.
Israelites?
Yeah, if you go on,
I'm an Israelite too.
Yeah, you are Israelites.
you are Israelite.
So,
Yeah,
let's
so
talk
if
about
if you was really an Israelite, you wouldn't be calling upon the name of Allah.
No,
Allah just
no.
means power. That's all.
No, there's different names.
Nah,
There's no different names.
All right, talk to me. Talk
All right.
to
So
me.
Get
no.
Acts 4 and 12. Yeah, Acts 4 and 12.
Acts 1:12.
Acts 4
Acts
and 12.
12.
All right, let's. I want to hear it because I know who I am.
All right.
Acts 4 and 12, and it says,
All right, because you said there's many names, but there's only one name we're going to show you.
No,
it says, neither is there salvation in any other, for there is none other name under heaven given among men whereby we must be saved.
Yeah, so there's only one name under heaven that calls it salvation. See, the Lord has many titles, but he only has one name, an actual name, just like me and you have a name.
Exactly.
All right.
okay, right. But did I say I was here to be saved?
Oh,
Am I looking for
all right,
salvation?
so now you good. You good, then, brother.
No,
you good, brother.
I'm good,
Yeah,
right?
Shorty was telling you.
No,
It's
no,
good.
but I'm good, right?
You good. You good.
No.
You good. You be all right.
Yeah.
You ain't coming here for salvation, so there's no point of listening.
No, it's always a point to listen.
Nah. You good, brother. You good. All right, have a good one, man. But let's get back to the lesson. That's why I already knew what it was.
All
Go
right.
ahead.
All right, so this is John 16 and 7.
Done, bro.
He
He said I ain't come here for
So
salvation.
you don't want to be saved from nuclear fire?
It goes in line with what we just
Yeah.
Our people on what? They turn around, they turn their ear,
Yeah.
right? They make their heart an adamant stone, man. See,
Right.
that's spiritual right there. The Lord will show you right in front of your face, man. He just showed you right there that our people don't want to listen. All right? They come with their own understanding and their own ways of interpreting things. All right, and mainly it comes from the ways of Esau, man. Our people always come out with Esau's fucking doctrine.
All right, he said, who said I wanted to be saved?
He said I didn't want to be saved.
Yeah, he said I ain't come up. He said
Who said I want to be saved? And that's
Alright,
it. Yo,
so what is it that you're looking for then? If you don't want to be saved, what is it that you're looking for?
exactly. What answer are you coming here to know about?
Yeah,
What questions do you have? If you don't believe in none of this, why even come over here and try to gain some type of knowledge? And it's all going hand in hand with what we just said, man. See, wisdom exalted her children. All right, it's gonna allow you. Wisdom is gonna allow your ears to open up and receive the knowledge that the Lord has given you, man. But when you come with that mentality of who said I want, you know why he said that? That was a proud statement because he got cut already with the first scripture saying that there's no other name. All right, because he's talking about different titles and then they try to.
So he had to scorn.
He had to scorn it exactly, and the Lord don't like scorners, man. This is man, bro.
All right,
brother.
and the Lord had to use a woman to
To basically tell him to get away from me. Yeah, when she was in her right mindset.
she was in her right mindset.
Which she really shouldn't say nothing to him, all right, because he's a man, and what the woman's got to stay silent. But see, that's the spirit of the Lord that jumped on her to tell her, let's go.
Just like I was reading Judith, man. The Lord will use a woman to for anything, man. If that's right, you know what I'm saying? That's right. All right, if he really wanted to, man. All right. It says, so back in John 16, and I start at 7 again. It says, nevertheless.
Yeah, he remind me of what's his name? Gilly the King.
Yeah,
Gilly the King.
yeah.
The one that's always with what's his name? Walla, I think his name is. Wallow. He looked just like.
Yeah.
I thought that's what it was at first. But go ahead. All right. Yeah, we back in 16 and 9.
He was about to chew his ass up with knowledge, boy.
Yeah, but there was no need.
Yeah,
I
I know.
see where he was going
I know.
with it. So it was like all it was gonna do was cause confusion. And then we start getting loud. He might get louder and all that. Like, nah, we good.
Listen, bro. Yeah, because we already knew he was on that guy. But that's you right there. No. Yeah, because we already knew he was on that God body 5% of shit.
As soon as he said peace to the gods,
He said, "Peace, God."
he didn't say that. He said peace to the gods.
Okay, yeah,
See,
yeah.
again, worshiping up, all goes in line with what we talking about, bro. Peace to the gods. See, our people worshiping other gods. They say it within themselves without even realizing it, man. Peace to the gods. They didn't say peace be unto Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, man. They said peace be unto the gods. What fucking gods are you talking about, bro? This is why this place got to go, man. All right, this is why they're gonna learn to fear and acknowledge Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, man.
Right.
See, that's what that he looked like a Judite. All right. See, but I don't understand how our people just can't wake up to our Lord is a Judite.
Because he told us, he asked us what we were, right? He said we Israelite. He said, "Oh, I'm an Israelite." All right, so then why you worshiping Allah then, man?
Exactly.
He came over here with Allah type bullshit, man. Because we already know that 5% of God body shit is mixed with Islam, man.
But see, how is it that he mixed it with Islam, but you know that you're an Israelite, bro?
Yeah,
that shit is
bugged.
that's bugged out, bro.
A double-minded man is unstable in all his ways.
And that's what it is. He's being tossed to and fro with different winds. He's watching too much different shit. So when you do that, you're confusing yourself at the end of the day.
I already know what type of shit he was on, man, because especially out here in Lakewood.
Yeah, everybody's out here on that shit.
Everybody, especially the older generation, like the ones who are in their 50s, like late 40s, early 50s, man, they're all on that God body 5% of shit. All right, the ones that grew up out here, where I'm from, man. All right,
they're all on that. They lost.
Yeah,
too many people been in too many prisons that taken them over, man.
All right, so back in John 16 and 7, nevertheless, I tell you the truth. It is expedient for you that I go away. For if I go not away, the Comforter will not come unto you. But if I depart, I will send him unto you.
Go ahead, keep reading.
All right. And when he is come, he will reprove the world of sin.
Okay, so here goes the Comforter. We just pulled out the Comforter to reprove this man that Allah is not the power. That it's Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai.
And that's the spirit that he...
that's what I'm trying to tell you, bro. That's why I'm saying it like that. It's the spirit. So go ahead. So here.
And when he is come, he will reprove the word of sin. And that's exactly...
Yo, I'm telling you, brother.
Your word is bone. And of righteousness and of judgment. Of sin, because they believe not on me.
There it is. See, of sin, because they believe not on him. Did he believe when we told him that the name ain't Allah and it's Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai? No. So there you go. See, the Comforter's not coming on to him, but death is coming to him because he's now filled with more sin. You just denied our power.
That's right. You marked yourself for death.
Exactly, man. That's why these people don't really understand. It's best you don't come here. Don't come over here unless you're really ready to learn something, man. Because you either come here to mark yourself for death or you come here to mark yourself for salvation, man. All right?
And don't come up here scoffing and scorning, because then the Lord got stripes for your back, man.
Bro. Yo, I got to tell you real quick, bro. I saw a chariot last night. Like crazy, bro. It was a fireball that was purplish. Nah, it was purplish, reddish, greenish. Like, you know, when it's all those mixed colors together and the flame of fire, and it just has a fire with all them crazy colors, yo, it just flew across the whole sky, and then it disappeared. bro, I pulled over like, bro, Lord is watching.
Yeah.
Lord is watching. And what made me think is I just seen a flashing light go by, but I think it was just like a.
That looking wild over there.
Oh yeah, I see it. Yeah, I see it. That's a plane. Go ahead.
I be hoping. You know what I'm saying? All right, so it says of sin, because they believe not on me, of righteousness, because I go to my Father and ye see me no more, of judgment, because the prince of this world is judged.
So Yahushai, all right, had to go to his father, man. All right, Yahushai. All right, if you want to look at it, he took a time out. You see, to go on to his father. That's why he had to leave out here from earth, man, from this carnal ass place, man. So he could be on the right hand side of the Father, waiting for his turn to bring judgment upon this place. All right, go ahead.
I have yet many things to say unto you, but ye cannot bear them now. Howbeit,
Yeah, why can't we bear him now? Because there's no time for that. All right, the time is at hand. The Lord said that when the moment he stepped on the scene, he was already preaching the gospel coming to an end. All right, so the things that are worthy to be explained and worthy to be given ear onto is what the Lord has given you in prophecy, man, that this place is going to be destroyed, man. This is why we have to take heed onto the laws, man. All right, because that's what your true faith is. That's your works of faith. All right, go ahead.
I have many things to say unto you, but ye cannot bear them now. Howbeit, when he, the Spirit of truth, is come, he will guide you into all truth.
That's right. He's gonna guide us into all truth, man. Giving us the names, giving us the wisdom of the ancient. All right, giving us the blueprint, the manual for us to abide by, so you can be able to walk in faith out here in these last days, man, and don't have to have a care in the world, because you know that you did to the best of your ability, all right, what you could, all right, as opposed to these niggas, they ain't even give a fucking effort, a chance. All right, go ahead.
It says, he will guide you into all truth, for he shall not speak of himself, but whatsoever he shall hear, that shall he speak, and he will show you things to come. All right. He shall glorify me, for he shall receive of mine, and shall show it unto you. All things that the Father has are mine. Therefore said I, that he shall take of mine, and shall show it unto you. A little while he shall not see me, and again a little while, and ye shall see me, because I go to the Father.
So that's why the Lord had to go, man. All right, and he understood that he had the understanding of what was his mission. All right, and yeah, was he scared? Absolutely. All right, he asked the Lord if he could take away the cup from him, man, 3 times. Woo! All right, but he understood that, you know what, it had to be done. All right, and this is why we're able to understand us today. All right, shit, I've been going off. Let me try to walk in the best in the best of my ability. All right. All right, but let me grab going back to hold on. Yeah, I'm back on Ephesians. Grab Deuteronomy the 28th chapter. You had a couple?
Yeah, because we was talking about, captivity in Judah and going on, Southern Kingdom, Northern Kingdom. So I don't know if you still trying to go back into that.
Yeah. That's why I said go into Deuteronomy the 28th chapter, because I was going to go into this why we're going through what we're going through, because we didn't follow going into what you were saying.
All right, so I got some.
Let me finish this off though. This is Ephesians 1 and 13. In whom ye also trusted, after that ye heard the word of the truth and the gospel of your salvation, in whom also after that ye believed, ye were sealed with that Holy Spirit of promise, which is the earnest of our inheritance unto the redemption of our purchased possession, unto the praise of his glory. Excuse me. Wherefore I also, after I heard of your faith in the Lord Yahweh Shah Hamashiach, and love unto all the saints, cease not to give thanks for you, making mention of you in my prayers, that the Lord Yahweh, why Yahweh Shai, and the Father of glory may give unto you the spirit of wisdom and revelation in the knowledge of him. All right, yeah, see the spirit of wisdom and revelation. All right, the spirit of wisdom to be able to understand scripture, precept upon precept. All right, and it says, and the spirit of what? Revelation, being able to reveal everything, man. Being able to through the spirit, put the pieces together. Like I said, I have made Esau bare. All right, so in these last days, if you have the spirit on you, you're gonna be able to see who Esau was and how he's being made bare, how he's being exposed out here. All right, and then it says, the eyes of your understanding being enlightened, because why? We get that eye salve. Okay, that ye may know what is the hope of his calling, and what the riches of the glory of his inheritance in the saints, and what is exceeding greatness of his power to usward who believe, according to the working of the mighty power, which he wrought in Hamashiach, when he raised them from the dead and set him on his own right hand in the heavenly places. That's the point on there, actually. Go ahead. Yeah, I went too far in that, which I actually wanted to grab real quick. This is 2 Corinthians, because this point I'm about to make. Fucking parking lot, like the hell, crash, bro. Yeah. You was all swerving and shit. Like, what are you showing off? This is why we have to set our affections on the things above, man. All right.
The scripture's talking about that, man. What about those women? What about the men in the book of Maccabees? All right, they seen that Judas Maccabees had a name for himself, so they wanted to get that name too, man. So they went out to war just to get a name for themselves, to show off and have that honor and glory. And what happened? They got slewed, man. They got slain.
This is 2 Corinthians 4:14. Knowing that he which raised up the Lord Yahweh Shai shall raise up us also by Yahweh Shai, and shall present us with you. For all things are for your sakes, that the abundant grace might through the thanksgiving of many redound to the glory of Yahweh, for which cause we faint not, but though our outward man perish, yet the inward man is renewed day by day. For our light affliction, which is but for a moment, worketh for us a far more exceeding and eternal weight of glory, while we look not at the things which are seen, but at the things which are not seen. For the things which are seen are temporal, but the things which are not seen are eternal. Grab John 15 real quick. All right. Yeah, because that's what we put our trust in, the things that are not seen. All right, the things that we have faith for, because faith is what? The substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. So without us seeing this, all right, we're already visionaries, man, because that's what seers are. Visionaries, man. All right, we're able to vision the things that the Lord has for us, and we're able to vision that, like we said earlier, that there's got to be a better place than this, man. That this can't be life what we constantly living on. All right. Well, go ahead. 15 and 18. Love not the things of the world. Yeah.
All right. John 15 and 18. All right. if the world hates you, ye know that it hated me before it hated you.
And that's why they can't perceive this truth, because they're already coming with the mentality of them hating the Lord, man. They hate the will of the Lord because they love doing their wickedness, man. Go ahead.
All right. If ye were of the world will love his own, but because ye are not of the world, but I have chosen you out of the world, therefore the world hateth you. Remember the word that I have said unto you, the servant is not greater than his Lord.
But it's funny. See, look, the Lord just said that if you were not of the world, all right, that they will love you, but because you're not of the world hated you. So here it is, the Lord telling you that the world gonna be against you and the world gonna hate you. But how is it that they get mad when we say we hate the way the fucking 2/3 are, that we hate their ass? Because the not King David said, am I not against them that are against thee? You see? He said, I hate them with perfect hatred, man. I count them my enemies. So all these fucking people are our enemies at the end of the day, man. Because they're not of the will of the Lord. Yeah, there are people, they are of the tribes of Israel, all right, but they're really not worshiping the Lord, man. They deny the Lord every single day, yo.
Yeah, Yahweh Shah said, those who do the will of my father, the same as my mother, my brother,
Exactly.
my sister. So that's who our real family is, the ones that do the will of the Most High, the ones that are like-minded and follow, we are in the same spirit, man.
You're right.
Yeah. It says, remember the word that I said unto you, the servant is not greater than his Lord. If they have persecuted me, they will also persecute you. If they have kept my saying, they will keep yours also.
Yeah. Grab, I think it's 2 John. Yeah, that's the one I really wanted. 1 John 2:15. Salaki. But that was the spirit because it went with it anyway. All right.
Right. This is 1 John 2:15. All right.
No, you're on Peter. On my fault. Yeah.
All right. 1 John 2:15. All right. Love not the world, neither the things that are in the world.
Why? Because like we just read, the things that are seen are temporal. Everything you see here, this shit is all temporary. But the things that we have in our mindset, all right, the things that we vision of true righteousness, all right, those ain't temporal, man. Those are forever. All right, that's for eternity. That's why we set our affections on the things above and not the things down here. All right.
Love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him. For all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh, the lust of the eyes, and the pride of life is not of the Father, but is of the world.
Yeah, you see, so that means that the Lord not dealing with you because you love the things of this life. All right. Dedication, man. Discipline is what the Lord is looking for, man. Those that is ready to sacrifice everything and sacrifice themselves, like it tells you in Romans 12, man, that we have to present our bodies a living sacrifice unto the Lord. All right, go ahead. Yeah, he said the lust of the things, all of that fadeth away, man. All right,
everything is vain here, bro.
What did what's that in 1 Corinthians the 7th chapter? The world fadeth away. The world passeth away, man.
I got it right now.
All right.
This is verse 17. And the world passes away, and the lust thereof, but he that doeth the will of the Most High abides forever.
Exactly. Those are the ones that are going to be able to survive the destruction, man, that the Lord is bringing. All right, that's going to be kept away from harm's way. All right, those that abide in this word, man, that give that effort. Man, it's so simple. How can you not know what you're capable of if you ain't try it, man? Yeah, people want to try. That's why now that makes more sense. That our people are wise to do evil, but to do good, they have no knowledge. they're quick to put their time and efforts into something that just doesn't fucking benefit you in life, man. But when it got to do with true benefit, being beneficial onto you, they can't take it in. They. Matter of fact, let me grab that real quick. Ooh, yeah, I just thought about that scripture. Water. This is Jeremiah 2:13. It says, "For my people have committed two evils. They have forsaken me, the fountain of living waters, and hewed them out cisterns, broken cisterns that can hold no water." You see? So meaning what? That the Lord, all right, sees our people committed two evils before his eyes. Forsaking him, forsaking in his name, man. Forsaking in the truth that is able, that was being given unto you. And then he says cisterns that can hold no water, meaning you have these people that they might have some type of knowledge, but they can't inherit the whole thing. They can't take in the whole thing. They can't hold the oil. Just like we were saying, man, it's not in their capacity to be able to fucking hold that in. All right. That's why many are called and few are chosen. All right.
Matthew 9:17. No man put, start at 16. No man puts a piece of new cloth unto an old garment, for that which is put in to fill it up taketh from the garment, and the rent is made worse. Neither do men put new wine in old bottles, else the bottles break, and the wine runneth out, and the bottles perish. But they put new wine into new bottles, and both are preserved.
All right.
Yeah, because basically, you know what I mean, you're an old bottle, you leak it out, man. Just like you read, what was that scripture?
This is Jeremiah 2:13.
Yeah, you said your bottles that vessels that leak water.
That can hold no water.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, they're constantly leaking out. All right. The Lord's looking to fill up his bottle, man.
Yeah.
He's looking to see who's going to be able to fill up that bottle and some. You see? But everybody else, theirs is leaking. All right. Especially it starts off with these churches. You know what I'm saying? The churches where it really starts it all, because that's the cisterns that hold no water. They have somewhat truth. All right. And they know better, but they actually go out there and present to the people love, that God loves everybody, man. All right. Go ahead.
Oh, that was it.
Oh. So going back, where we was in
I was going to read Isaiah, but
Isaiah, what you got in Isaiah? I don't want to get into that Deuteronomy 28. But now, what you got in Isaiah?
how people fell and all that.
What
Went against the Lord. Isaiah 3.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
I says, Isaiah 3:1. For behold, the Lord Yahweh of hosts does take away from Jerusalem and from Judah the stay and the staff, the whole stay of bread, the whole stay of water, the mighty man and the man of war, the judge and the prophet, and the prudent and the ancient, the captain of 50, and the honorable man, and the counselor, and the cunning artificer, and the eloquent orator. Yeah, so the Lord brought us down, man. He took everything what made Israel great, man, because of our wickedness, man. All right, for worshiping idols, all right, for going against the Most High, doing all types of witchcraft and wickedness, man. All right, all types of witchcraft, man. All right. And I will give children to be their princes, and babes shall rule over them. Yeah, you see that now, man. All right. You got children running their household, man. Parents don't know how to correct their children, man. All right. Babes rule all over their parents, man. They tell their parents what to do, man. All right. All things are out of order, man. All types of stuff, man. The Lord has destroyed Israel, man. You Negroes, you Latinos, you Native Americans, man, for going off all the way until this day, man.
And babes rule over them going into these women.
Yeah.
These women ruling over the men today.
Right here, the scriptures say that the Lord has created a new thing upon the earth, that a woman shall compass a man, man. All right. because the society upholds the women, man. All right, that's how you know Esau, Edom, the wicked rules the society, man. All right, because women are in this society are put on a pedestal, man. That's out of order, man. A man is supposed to rule over the woman, man. All right, not the other way around. All right. So it says, keep reading. It says, and the people shall be oppressed, every one by another, and every one by his neighbor. The child shall behave himself proudly against the ancient, and the base against the honorable.
You see that now. You're seeing the youngins that they always they disrespect the grown men. You know, growing up, we learned to respect our elders. They don't respect their elders anymore. Nope. All right. You know, men that are older always gonna have an upper hand over the young. All right, because the young always think they fucking know it all. All right, but see, what you cannot beat is experience, man. Experience beats all, because experience is what you can be able to give someone good advice. All right, you can't give somebody advice and you ain't never been through it. You know what I'm saying? That's like when you hear these whack ass women, single as hell at fucking 40 years old, 43 years old, but they trying to give you relationship advice. Right? Like, what the fuck? It just don't make no sense. Go ahead.
It says, the child shall behave himself proudly against the ancient, and the base against the honorable. Yeah, like you were saying, yeah, the younger generation, they don't reverence their elders, man. They don't give honor to their elders, man. The ones that taught them this truth.
Right.
All right. Because back in the days, we walked in the ways of the Lord, man. All right. And they didn't reverence that, man. They didn't respect the elders that brought them up in the right way. All right. So it says, when a man shall take hold of his brothers of the house of his father, saying, thou hast clothing, be thou our ruler, and let this ruin be under thy hand. In that day shall he swear, saying, I will not be a healer, for in my house is neither bread nor clothing, make me not a ruler of the people. For Jerusalem is ruined, and Judah is fallen, because their tongue and their doings are against Yahweh, to provoke the eyes of his glory.
Because that's why you gotta mind your tongue, because how's that scripture go? For every word that come out of your mouth, you're gonna be held accountable for it in the day of judgment.
For every idle word.
Whenever the time comes that the Lord brings judgment, which we know the Lord brings judgment every 3 or 4 generations, man. All right. So every time that the Lord was going to bring judgment, all right, he was coming for those that didn't mind their tongue and those that were doing what? Wickedly, man. All right. What to say?
It says,
they mind their tongue, what?
yeah, it says, because their tongue and their doings are against Yahweh.
Yeah, their tongues, because that means that their tongue was against Yahweh, so that means they had to be pride talk to talk, prideful ass talk, scoffing like you see today,
mocking.
All right. What the Lord said in those last days, he was going to send scoffers, man. All right, after the lust of their own hearts, after the lust of their own minds. All right, go ahead.
It says to provoke the eyes of his glory. The show of their countenance does witness against them, and they declare their sin as Sodom. They hide it not. Woe unto their soul, for they have rewarded evil unto themselves.
Yeah, so it's still going in line with what we're going today. These people don't hide themselves. They declare that their sin is what? Sodom. All right, that they are of Gomorrah, man, that they are fagonometry, bro. All right. Still seeing that same thing happening today, man. That's why we're spiritually known as Sodom and Egypt, right?
Say ye to the righteous that it shall be well with him, for they shall eat the fruit of their doings. Woe unto the wicked, it shall be ill with him, for the reward of his hands shall be given him. All right.
Yeah, meaning that what you reap, what you sow. All right, what you put into, all right, is what you're gonna get out of it. All right, well, like I always say, carnal mindset gets you carnal results. It's that simple.
You reap what you sow.
Exactly.
All right. As for my people, Children are their oppressors, and women rule over them.
That's right.
O my people, they which lead thee cause thee to err and destroy the way of thy paths.
Right. Meaning what? Destroying the ways of righteousness. Just like it tells you that they crucified our Lord in that great city, meaning they took away the ways of righteousness right here in this place, man. All right? That's pretty much it. All right? Go to 28. Deuteronomy. All right, going in top. Yeah. Going, actually, you can go into.
I'll read the blessings, like how the Lord will.
Yeah, because it's basically the same thing being said backwards. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you want to start off with 15 curses?
Yeah, we'll start off with 15. Matter of fact, go to the one where it says all these curses shall pursue thee. I think it's the 48th verse.
Oh,
48th verse. And then you can go back to 15. Yeah, because all these curses are pursuing us to this day.
That's what basically 15 says.
And they're going to pursue us, all right, all the way until death, till we be taken out the way. I think it's like 48, 52, somewhere around there. Let me bring it up.
What's up, man?
What's going on? This is Deuteronomy 28 and 45. It says, moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee, and shall pursue thee, and overtake thee, till thou be destroyed, because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of the Lord thy power, to keep his commandments and his statutes which he commanded thee. Go ahead, now you can bring it from the top. All right, so going into what we just read, all right, these are the same curses that are still upon our people to this day, man. Different forms, all right? Because every captivity we were in, man, it was always different. It was always a different era, all right? So times change, all right? But basically the same thing was always happening, okay? So if we were to do what was right in the sight of the Lord will always bless us with the things that we're about to mention in the curses. He was going to bless us with these things. But if we did wrong, all right, these things were not going to be blessings onto us, but become curses onto our people. All right, and they're still pursuing us to this day. Okay, go ahead.
So,
No.
this is Deuteronomy 28 and 15. All right, it says, but it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of Yahweh thy power, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
Yeah, overtake thee until you have what? You put to death. All right, because like we read Baruch 4:1, that this is the law that endureth forever. Them that keep it shall find life. Those that turn away from it remain in the congregation of the dead, man. So you're going to be just as good as dead. All right? Go ahead.
To read it?
Yeah.
All right, so it says,
Verse 16, cursed shalt thou be in the city, and cursed shalt thou be in the field. Yeah, so no matter where we go, we're going to be cursed, man. All right, no matter where we at, man, in the city, in the field, in the suburbs, anywhere we go, man, we're going to be cursed, all right? No, we leave America, we're still cursed. All throughout the four corners of the earth, our people are looked at as a proverb, a byword. We're nothing but spicks and niggers and blacks, and all nations hate us, man. All nations hate us.
And that's why we get thrown in these look where we get thrown at. We get thrown in what you call the ghetto. The ghetto, you see, you get thrown in the ghettos. We get put on top of each other. All right, here is that Esau. You don't see Esau that got all this fucking money. You don't see them building house on top of house. Yeah, so they can all be bunched up together. All right, they want land. They want an acre of land around them, right? But here it is. They give us what? They give us fucking projects, man. Yeah. Buildings on top of buildings, man.
Stacked like sardines.
Basically, yeah, stacked like sardines. Basically, you in one bedroom apartments and shit.
You can smell the odor from other people's apartments.
Exactly. You know, we don't. That's why we end up going through the curses of having all the nasty ass roaches and bugs and shit, because we're really supposed to have our own space, man. And here it is. Esau, he wanted the fatness of the earth, right? He got the whole fatness of the earth, so he's able to live comfortable out here, man. While we got to sit in one spot, smushed together, fighting amongst ourselves. That's why we fight amongst ourselves, because we in each other's fucking business all day. Whereas Esau, he's just kicking back, butt naked in his pool in the backyard. Ain't nobody seeing shit. You know what I'm saying? But here in your room, you can see your next door neighbor taking a shower in their apartment.
You can hear them because the walls are thin. You can hear them
smashing all night, doing wicked shit, yelling, arguing. So yeah, we're gonna be cursed in the field wherever we go. All right, even in the fields, when you don't even have to be in the ghetto. You could be in the fields in what you would call in Spanish the campos, the farms and shit. All right, you see us out there, we live in poor as hell too. All right, there's nothing there that our oppressors will come to our places and take us out of our own home, man, and then take over your resources and all that shit.
because we live in brick and cement, sticky ass brick and cement, dark as hell. All right, we're supposed to be living inside of gold. All right, eating on top of gold.
Right.
All right, smelling good as hell.
Right.
Bad women. All right, but our people are cursed people. All right, we're going into it, man. The Lord cursed his people, man. All right, look at our people. This is the Lord's doing. All right, this is why our people are in the state that they're in, because the Lord has cursed us. He said that he was going to put curses on us, man.
And that's why we were going into the field. That goes into slavery, because we was in the fields in slavery, and we were living on those fields, but we didn't really own our houses. We were only living there for free because the so-called white man needed slaves. So he will put you on his plantation for free, but you was gonna put in that work, man.
Hey yo, but that's the recompense that's coming, man. Just like we built his kingdom up for free, man. Getting our ass whipped, getting whipped in the back, all right, dying because of it. All right, that's what's gonna happen to Esau in our kingdom, man.
Well, it says that in Jeremiah 30 and 16. I mean Deuteronomy 30 and 16. I mean Deuteronomy 30 and 7. Salakia. Matter of fact, if you could jump over over, yeah. It tells you that all the curses that were once upon us are going to be put on the heathens. That's why you're starting to see these heathens starting to go crazy now, because those curses are slowly coming up off of us and they're going on to them.
They're becoming poor. America's becoming poor.
Yeah. Yep.
All right. It says Deuteronomy 30 and 7, and Yahweh thy power will put all these curses upon thy enemies and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee.
Exactly. Those that came against us, persecuted us. All right. Those same. That's why it's best you don't fucking laugh, man. Because see, these people laugh because they have in their mindset that it can't happen to them.
Yeah.
All right. Well, the Lord is going to show you that everything that's happened onto us is going to happen onto your asses, man. All right. Even as far as slavery, man. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity, man. He that stealeth a man, all right, he's going to have to get put to death, all right? And he's still getting caught with men in his hands to this day.
Yeah, we're still underneath the hand of the so-called white man, under our enemies, our oppressor, because he's the one that makes all the laws, the rules, and regulations here in the society. We're not governing anything here in America, man. All right, we have to obey his laws and his rules. We don't make the rules and regulations, our people, you Negroes, you Latinos, you Native Americans. If we ruled in the society, if we was ruling, we wouldn't be getting shot left and right every single day by this damn devil, man.
We'd be in harmony.
We'll be living in harmony. We will literally have everything, and we will live life,
just the world will be such a better place, because our people, when they are in sync and they have everything in peace, yo, we the coolest fucking people in the world, man. Yeah. That's us being the salt.
Because it doesn't take much for our people to be happy. Look what the scriptures say about Jacob. He was a plain man chilling in tents, man. That's all our people do. They just want to chill and be happy. They just want to be happy, yo. That's
We're all
all.
about having barbecues and laughing, yo.
Yeah, that's it.
That's all our people about, and that's why we are beautiful people unto the Lord, man.
That because that's all we want. And anything and everything else is just chill, man. All right. All we just want to do is lay back, cool, and have no worries. But we do have worries. All right. Because we don't rule shit. We're slaves in this kingdom, man. All right. We gotta wake up every single day and go to work. Slaves. All right. To make the white man rich.
This is
We work hard as hell every day to make the white man rich. We slave hard as hell, and our people are have nothing. We have nothing. No matter how hard we work, we have nothing. That's because we're living in hell. This is the punishment of the Lord, but yet you people don't fear the Lord. You people don't have no idea about the fear of the Lord, man. All right? The Lord is the one that put us in this condition, man. He's the one that set the Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, over us, man. He's the one that put the power, gave the he put us under Esau, Edom's hands, man. All right. The Lord is the one that set up on high to rule over us. All right, as a punishment, man. All right.
back you up. Talking how we work hard, busting our ass. Haggai 1:6.
Oh yeah, I like that one.
It says, ye have, I'll start from 5. Now therefore, thus saith the Lord of hosts, consider your ways. Ye have sown much and bring in little. Ye eat, but ye have not enough. Ye drink, but ye are not filled with drink. Ye clothe you, but there is none warm.
Yeah, and that's what's happening, man. We work so hard, but yet we have nothing. That's one of the curses. He's reading it right now.
And he that earneth wages to put it into a bag with holes.
Yeah, because we gain all this money and then out of nowhere it's gone. It's like you put it into a bag with holes. It just runs out, man. It's not there anymore. All right, we have nothing to ourselves, man. All right, we can barely get by. All right, that's not living. We're not on high. We don't rule anything. We're slaves. All right, we're bums in this society, man. We were put here to serve a punishment. All right, we weren't put here.
On this side, we are the vile of the earth. You know, because Esau is vile, it's more violent than the earth, but shit, the scriptures not say we overpass the deeds of the wicked. So that means we're worse than fucking Esau.
That's why we're in this condition, man.
Exactly.
All right, I got Deuteronomy 28 and 38. All right, Deuteronomy 28 and 38. Thou shalt carry much seed out into the field and shall gather but little in. For the locust shall consume it. Thou shalt plant vineyards and dress them, but shall neither drink of the wine nor gather the grapes, for the worms shall eat them. Thou shalt have olive trees throughout all thy coasts, but thou shalt not anoint thyself with the oil, for thy olive shall cast his fruits. All right, so that's basically saying that we will have nothing, man. All right, we will have nothing. This is one of the curses that the Lord put on our people, all right, for going off, for serving other gods, man. Until to this day, we're still serving other gods. And that's why our people still getting shot left and right, killed left and right by Esau, Edom, by our oppressor, man. All right, that was the Lord, man. He was probably scoffing in his head.
Word is
You know what I'm saying?
yeah, you funny as that. You funny as that.
That ass, though,
No,
man.
it's true, because I said, that's what I thought. I was like, he done tripped over his own shit.
You know what I mean?
He had all that room to walk around.
Yeah, man. I'm laughing, man. All right. Verse 16. Verse 17. Curse.
Hold on real quick. This is Baruch 3:1. And it says, O Lord Yahweh, Almighty power of Israel, the soul in the soul in anguish, the troubled spirit cried unto you. Hear, O Lord, and have mercy, for thou art merciful, and have pity upon us, because we have sinned before thee. For thou endurest forever, and we perish utterly. O Lord Yahweh Almighty, thou power of Israel, hear now the prayers of the dead Israelites and of their children, which have sinned before thee, not hearkened unto the voice of thee, their power, for the which caused these plagues cleave unto us. Remember not the iniquities of our forefathers, but think upon thy power and thy name, not now at this time.
Yeah, he said, remember not the iniquities of our. Now, why would he say that? Remember not the iniquities. He didn't say he didn't say remember not my iniquities or our. He said remember not the iniquities of our forefathers, because we're paying for what our forefathers did. We are our forefathers. That's right. All right.
Nah, I feel like that. What the hell?
That's right. So go ahead. You finished?
Oh, I was on. It says, for thou art the Lord our power, and thee, O Lord, will we praise. For this cause thou hast put thy fear in our hearts, to the intent that we shall call upon thy name and praise thee in our captivity. For we have called to mind all the iniquity of our forefathers that sinned before thee. Behold, we are yet this day in our captivity, where thou hast scattered us for a reproach and a curse. You see, going into the curses, man. A reproach and a curse. It says, and to be subject to payments according to all the iniquities of our fathers, which departed from the Lord our power.
Yeah, so we're subject unto payments according to the sins of our forefathers, man. Now we have to pay tribute, all right, because of our wicked ways, man. At one time, we ruled this entire planet Earth, all right, but the Lord set up Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, all right, over our people. Now we have to serve his ass, all right.
Pay tribute to his ass.
Yeah, we got to do everything he tells us to do now, all right. We're under his subjection, all right.
It says, hear Israel, the commandments of life. Give ear to understand wisdom. How has happened in Israel that thou art in thine enemy's land, that thou art in waxing old in a strange country?
Yeah, we're waxing old in a strange country. We are in our enemy's land, man. How is this? How is this, man? Because we went against the Most High, man.
That thou art defiled with the dead, that thou art counted with them that go down into the grave.
Yep.
Thou hast forsaken the fountain of wisdom. For if thou hast walked in the way of Yahweh, thou shouldest have dwelled in peace forever. Learn where is wisdom, where is strength, where is understanding, that thou mayest know how also where is length of days and life, where is the light of the eyes and peace. Who has found out her place, or who has come into her treasures? Where are the princes of the heathen become, and such as rule the beast upon the earth? That's the point on that, actually. That was the point.
Yeah, so if we kept the wisdom of the Most High, which is his word, none of this stuff would have happened to us, man. We would have been dwelling in peace forever. Forever. But our people, you Negroes, you Latinos, you Native Americans, all right, who are the true Hebrew Israelites that the Bible speaks of, we went against the Most High in the ancient world, and we're still paying for it, man. All right, that's why we're slaughtered every day.
Now let me keep reading.
All right, that's why all these curses came upon us. That's why we went into slavery. That's why we don't rule or have power nowhere on earth. All right, but the Lord is getting ready to turn that back. But only the elect is going to receive that. All right, and you 2/3, all right, have to be reborn in the kingdom.
Then it says, They that had their pastime with the fowls of the air, and they that hoarded up silver and gold, wherein men trust, and made no end of their getting. For they that wrought in silver and were so careful, and whose works are unsearchable, they are vanished and gone down to the grave, and others are come up in their steads. Young men have seen light and dwell upon the earth, but the way of knowledge have they not known,
Right.
nor understand the paths thereof. It says, young men have seen light and dwell upon the earth, but the way of the knowledge have they not known, nor understand the paths thereof, nor laid hold of it. Their children were far off from the way. It has not been heard of the Canaan, I guess. Why I got an H in there though? Sure. Oh, okay, I got you. It says, and not been. It has not been heard of. I was about to say that in Hebrew, Canaan. Yeah.
Oh, man, I think that's maybe
That's what it might be. That's why it says it has not been heard of in Canaan. I mean, in Canaan. Neither has it been seen in Teman. The Hagarenes that seek wisdom.
Yeah, Timon is
The Germans.
yeah.
And the Hagarenes is the Africans, right?
The
The Hamites. The Hagarenes that seek wisdom upon earth, the merchants of Meron, and Teman, the authors of fables. The authors of fables.
Yeah, Esau Edom, he's a forger of lies.
That's right. And searchers out of understanding, none of these have known the way of wisdom or remember her paths. And that's why going into how it tells you in what is that Ecclesiastes, the 10th chapter, when it talks about how a wise king will rule his kingdom, wisely, basically. Yeah, grab it real quick. Yeah, the 10th chapter. I'll read that part again. It says, the searchers of the authors of fables and searchers out of understanding, none of these have known the way of wisdom or remember the past. Go ahead. Start from the top real quick.
All right, this is Sirach 10 and 1. A wise judge will instruct his people, and the government of a prudent man is well ordered.
Yeah, he will have wisdom. If he's well ordered, it's because he has wisdom. But because all these heathens don't have wisdom of the Lord is not in their thoughts. They have no understanding or order in their life, man. That's why they bring mourning, all right, to the people, because the wicked bears rule. Go ahead.
As the judge of the people is himself, so are his officers. And what manner of man the ruler of the city is, such are all they that dwell therein.
See, so the manner of whoever is ruling is the way that the rest of the world, all right, or that rest of that country is gonna act. This is why you see America has their hands in the cookie jar of every place, because they feed their philosophy onto everybody else, and everybody drinks after their wine and fornication, man. They all go to bed with America, so they're all going in the ways of America, man. Go ahead.
All right, it says, an unwise king destroys his people, but through the prudence of them which are in authority, the city shall be inhabited.
Exactly. So because the wicked bears rule, the people more, man. This is why we need Yahweh shots to the righteousness to rule the earth, man. And the people can rejoice. All right? Go ahead.
The power of the earth is in the hand of the Lord, and in due time he will set over it one that is profitable.
Exactly. So he got the lowest of the lowest set above everybody now. This is why this place is the shit. All right? But in due time, because end of the Jacob Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that follow it. All right, righteousness is going to be dwelling in this place, man. All right. So let me jump back over here real quick. It says, hold on, who was you just reading? Oh yeah, no, we hit the point. That's right. All right. So it says, the authors of fables and searchers out of understanding, none of these have known the way of wisdom or remember her past. Her past, Salakia. O Israel, how great is the house of Yahweh? How large is the place of his possession? Great and has none end. Ooh. High and unmeasurable. There were the giants, famous from the beginning. Look, this is to show you that these were actual men, right? Because people got that whole shit twisted about giants being on earth and thinking that it was the Nephilim, that angels were coming to have sex with the daughters of men. All right, but it tells you here there were the giants, famous from the beginning, that were of no great stature and so expert in war. Those did not the Lord choose, neither gave the way of knowledge unto them. Oh, Salakia, that's not the same people.
It's not the same
Nah,
giant.
it's not the same giant. Salakia on that. That's my bad. Because we had the knowledge in that time. We were great in that time. It was just stripped from us.
Where you reading from?
This is from Baruch. Baruch, where am I? 3 and 26. All right. 24. Oh, wait, no, that is talking about that. Yeah, it is talking about it. Yeah, that is talking about that.
And how large the great
And unmeasurable.
there were the giants.
Yeah, that is going, because what happened was it was taken away from us. Yeah, exactly. Salakia. That is going into the Nepal, the fallen ones. Because what happened was in the beginning with Adam, everything was, we had the wisdom with him. But once he fell off, that wisdom was stripped down from us. You understand? Going all the way on down to the giants that were basically those first fruits from the beginning.
We fell beginning with Adam.
Exactly. So yeah, it is talking about them. All right, but that goes to show you that that when they speak about the Nephilim, that it was actually talking about Israelites, because it said, "Oh, Israel," right there.
That's what Nephilim means. Nepal means fallen.
Exactly, the fallen ones. So it says, "Oh, Israel, how great is the house of Yahweh, and how large is the place of his possession? Great and has none end." Yeah, because there's no end to the Lord's wisdom, right? And then it says,
Yeah,
and high and unmeasurable.
Yeah,
Right.
and Israel is also known as a world without end, man.
That's right. And then it says, there were the giants, famous from the beginning, that were of so great stature and so expert in war. Yeah, that is our people. Because we were a great stature in those times. We were bigger than what we are now. We're actually shrinking day by day, because the same way the earth is basically shrinking.
That was one of the, actually, that's part of the curses. Our people are not as tall and big as we are.
Yeah.
The Lord made us weak, man. All right. We used to be like 8 feet, 9 foot tall, man. Something like that in the ancient world.
That's right.
All right. We were big as hell, man. All right. The Lord made us attractive, man. All right. We were his people. We looked the best. That's why in Ezekiel, I think it's Ezekiel, or maybe no, Ezekiel, when the scriptures say that the branches were unlike unto his beauty.
Oh yeah.
All right, talking about the other nations, they didn't look. That's like Adam.
Mark 2.
Mark,
where that, not Mark 2, but meaning in Mark also.
Yeah.
Because the bows, that's what it was saying, that they were fairer than all the other trees in the garden.
Yeah, that they weren't as fair as Adam.
Yeah, they weren't as fair as us, because we were the salt.
Yeah,
that's why they were jealous of our people. They were always jealous of our people since the beginning.
It said that they envied Adam. All right, that's how you know it's not talking about actual trees, because a tree can't envy you. All right, that's how you know that we are the great. We will always been the greatest looking, the greatest looking.
I think it's in Ezekiel 38. It might be 30. Yeah, you might be right. 31.
31.
Yeah. 31. 7, 9. Yeah, bring it up. Mark also though? Yeah, I got you. Mark. Mark 8:24. That just tells you that our people were known as. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. It was 31. Go ahead. So,
This is Ezekiel 31 and 7. It says, thus was he fair in his greatness.
Now go up a little bit.
yeah. All right, so, yeah, all right. I can't start at 5.
Yeah. Now go ahead. Start at 7. Go ahead.
All right, yeah, because it gets to the point.
Yeah.
All right. 31 and 7, it says, thus was he fair in his greatness in the length of his branches, talking about Adam. All right. For his root was by great waters. All right.
Yeah, because it all came with what? Yahweh man.
Mm-hmm.
So that we all come from the waters of Yahweh. That's right. At the end of the day. All right. Go ahead.
It says the cedars in the garden of the Most High could not hide him. The fir trees were not like his bows.
Yeah, that's why the Lord couldn't hide them, because we were when you compare us to the rest of these other nations, we stick out above all of them.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna always stick out above them because we're fairer than them, we're stronger than them. All right, we are the people of the Lord, man. All right, go ahead.
All right. It says, the cedars of the garden of the Most High could not hide him. The fir trees were not like his boughs. The chestnut trees were not like his branches.
Yeah, see, that's how you know. That's how you get this is why you need precept upon precept, and through the precepts you get understanding. Because when it spoke about how Adam and Eve hid themselves amongst the trees, it was talking about that they tried to hide themselves amongst the rest of the nations, man. But they weren't able to.
Yeah, they thought the Lord was going to recognize them.
Exactly.
They thought the Lord was going to recognize them.
Exactly. So it's not talking about, oh, they were hiding behind the tree because they were butt ass naked.
Yeah.
Naked meant that they were ashamed of what they had just did. So they were ashamed, and then they try to skedaddle because the men of the Lord, the prophets were still out there in that time.
Mm-hmm.
The prophets were out in that time, man. And that's what came on up to them. Then it says that the prophets basically came on to them and asked them, why were they ashamed? Why did they look like the way they look?
Mm-hmm.
All right. The Lord didn't come actually down.
Yeah, because it says they hid their face from the Lord.
Exactly.
All right. And I was talking about the face of the Lord. I was talking about the prophets, because that's how the Lord speaks. The voice of the Lord.
All right.
So it says, the chestnut trees were not like his branches, nor any tree of the garden of the Most High was like unto him in his beauty. All right. Yeah. So our people are the most beautiful people on the planet Earth, especially at that time. All right. It says that, let's read that again. It says, nor any trees in the garden of the Most High was not like unto his beauty. The trees, again, represents the other nations. The other nations did not look like our people. They weren't compared to our people. We look way better than them in every way, visible, however.
All right.
It says, I have made him fair by the multitude of his branches, so that all the trees of Eden that were in the garden of the Most High envied him. Woo!
Exactly. And still, to this day, all these other nations still envy us, man.
That's who we are.
Exactly. They know who the fuck we are, man.
That's right.
They can see that we are different from the rest of them, man.
rest of
That's
the
why,
world.
I believe that whole shit when they come out. You realize why they ask why they take your blood every time you go to a hospital or anything like that? Is because our blood is different from all of theirs.
Yep.
They'll tell you that your blood A positive. That's bullshit. At the end of the day, I think it's the O positive is supposed to be the special one that is different from everybody else. I believe we all have O positive in our body that are Israelites, true Israelites, man, because we're different from everybody else. And this is why they ask for those needles, all right? They ask you for they draw your blood. They have every single one of our bloods, man. And that's how they could determine who you are without you even telling them.
They take our blood and put it in themselves.
Yeah.
That's why people go missing, our people, because they take our organs, our body parts. All right,
everything is stronger, yo.
Because the Most High is dwelling in us, and our body parts are way more superior, man. They last longer. All right, that's why Esau Edom, he feeds these foods that destroy us. All right, so we can't last as long. All right,
to break down our God gene inside of us, to break down our spirituality, man. Because we're the only ones that have that, man. None of the, again, this is why they make idols, because they don't have a God. We see, as you see, we're not the ones making the gods. We're the ones that's following after the God, because we have that God gene in us to have a zeal for something or a certain power.
We know that there's a higher
but
power.
They don't have a zeal. None of these nations have a zeal for God. The first thing they'll give you is a fucking scientific answer. They believe in science. They believe in deities and stars and moons, man. While our people have something to cleave on to, but they feed you idols to cleave on to instead of your true power, man. This is why you have to read, man.
And then they tell you there is no God. Well, who created the universe then? All right, who created
They'll tell you there's no God, but here it is on their dollar. They'll say, "In God we fucking trust."
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like it's some bullshit.
Esau Edom is a hypocrite, man.
Exactly.
They tell you that Esau Edom will tell you there's no God, the Big Bang Theory, all that shit. But like you said, on the back of the dollar bill, in God we trust. Talking about
here it is. He doesn't believe in God, but he wants to play God.
Right.
It just makes no sense, man. This is how you know this devil's all about deceit. All right, his lips are what do you call it? Are filled with poison, man. Everything is meant to destroy you, bro. Because if you did not believe in God, why are you trying to act like him?
That's how you know he's the wicked, the super duper wicked. All right. You know what I'm saying? Oh, that was it on that.
Yeah.
Back in Deuteronomy.
Back to Deuteronomy. Actually, hold on. Was that what? Oh no, I was here. My bad. So let me finish this up. This is so back in Baruch 3:24. O Israel, how great is the house of Yahweh, and how large is the place of his possession? Great and has no end, high and unmeasurable. There were the giants famous from the beginning, that were of so great stature and so expert in war. Those did not the Lord choose, neither gave he the way of knowledge unto them. But they were destroyed because they had no wisdom, and perished through their own foolishness. Who has gone up into heaven and taken her, and brought her down from the clouds? Who has gone over the sea and found her, and will bring her for pure gold? No man knoweth her way, nor thinketh her path, but he that knoweth all things knoweth her, and has found her out with his understanding. He has prepared the earth for evermore, has filled it with four-footed beasts. He that sendeth forth light and goeth, calleth it again, and obeyeth him with fear. The stars shine in their waters. Oh, and their watchers, Salakia, and their watchers, and rejoice. When he calleth them, they say, Here we be, and so with cheerfulness they show light unto him that made them. There is our power, and there shall none other be accounted of in comparison of him. Woo! He has found out the way, all the way of knowledge, and has given in given it unto Jacob his servant, and to Israel his beloved. And that just goes to show that people go bugged out when they say they ain't to worship Yahushua, man. Because the wisdom is Yahushua, man. And it's telling you right here, all right, this is our power, and there shall none be accounted of in comparison of him. He has found out all the way of knowledge, and has given it unto Jacob his servant, and unto Israel his beloved. Third chapter. Yeah. You see? So this is why, again, we need Yahushua, man. In order for you to have salvation, you have to have Yahushua. You have to have his knowledge, his wisdom, for you to be able to be successful in this lifetime, man. All right, go back to Deuteronomy.
All right, so this is Deuteronomy 28 and
5. I was at 17. Yep.
all right, it says Deuteronomy 28 and 17, cursed shall be thy basket in thy store.
Yeah, because you might have something, all right? You might have a little shop or something, a little mom and pop shop. You got your own little business going and all that shit, all right? But you still gonna be cursed in your store, all right? In your basket, okay? You ain't gonna be able to look at all these mom and pop shops now. Since that pandemic hit, most of these motherfuckers left. They gone. They're done. There is no more middle class, man. You're either gonna be poor or you're gonna be rich. And the rich ain't gonna want none of you poor ass niggas to be in part of their elite. Okay, so they're gonna make you poor. All right, go ahead.
So it says, cursed shall be the fruit of thy body and the fruit of thy land, the increase of thy kind, and the flocks of thy sheep. Cursed.
Elaborate, I'll elaborate. Go ahead. I'm trying to find one.
Bro, I can't with this Bible no more.
Keep saying that.
I know, but I keep, because I just love seeing my pages like that. I feel so comfortable with my pages. Slakia. Where were we at? So I can read along. 17, said 18.
Yeah, it's cursed shall be thy fruit of the body and the fruit of thy land, the increase of thy kind, and the flocks of thy sheep.
Yeah, everything is gonna be cursed. Your food, your fruits, okay? Because at one point the Lord was taking away even our cattle and things like that, man. All right. In the time of Egypt, what did the Lord do as a plague, man? He took away our cattle, all right, throughout the whole entire land. Same thing that's gonna happen today. All right, go ahead.
Cursed shalt thou be when thou comest in, and cursed shalt thou be when thou goest out.
Yeah, when thou comest in, all right, going into, when thou coming to this earth, basically. The moment you are born, all right, you are in trouble, the Lord said. The moment man is born of a woman, he is in trouble full in all his days. We're born into hell. Exactly. We're born to die, man. That's hell itself. That's because we're supposed to live forever, man. All right. The Lord said that as soon as Eve ate the philosophy, all right. What did he say? That we were gonna die all the days of our lives, man. We weren't meant to be dying. We were meant to be living forever. So it's a curse that we wax old, all right. That we shrivel up like a little prune, okay. And it's funny how you're born as a baby. You start to grow, then you grow out to be big, and then you go backwards, back into a baby. Because you as an old ass man, you back into a fucking pamper at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? You went right back. It's crazy, yeah. You went right back into you being a baby.
You lose your mind.
You lose your mind. You didn't know, because when you're a baby, you don't know what the hell's going on.
You have no self-awareness until you're like 3.
Facts.
Right? Out of nowhere, now you know you exist. You know what I'm saying? Because you have no self-awareness. Because you don't remember when you're like,
that's why
a few months.
That's why babies are constantly crying, because they just came fresh out the spirit world. They're able to see demons and wickedness and angels, all that.
Well, they know they're not here in a happy place.
That's another thing, yeah.
Right? They came from the spirit world, and they don't feel with that paradise they felt, man. All right? because spirit world is paradise. What did Yahushua told that one dude that was on the cross next to him? Today you would be in paradise, man.
Yup.
Spirit world.
Even the wicked is in paradise, yeah. Because the wicked is not even doing wickedly up there, man. They're in the right state of mind.
They know everything.
Exactly. They know that the Lord is Yahweh, Yahushai. They know all that. That's why when your ass wake up there or down here, and your ass is being a scoffer, you're gonna feel stupid up there.
Feel stupid. You be like, damn. Especially you eat
And
them.
then the Lord telling
like,
you, don't worry, I'm gonna throw you back in there. I'm gonna throw you back in there for the rise of my son, just to destroy you and annihilate your ass.
I don't know who that is, but whatever.
Nah, I think it was beeping at them.
Nah, he was saying what else?
But
yeah,
oh,
even
so it says
even when Edomites died, man, they be like, the Lord is a black man. They get judged. They afraid up there, nigga.
they are.
Excuse me, they afraid up there, man. You understand? They afraid. Please don't put me in a body that's crippled, and you know what I'm saying?
Well, what does Scripture say? The name of the Lord is fearful among the
heathen.
dreadful and fearful among the heathen, man. So you can only imagine when they get up there how in the right state of mind they are. I mean, ain't no back talking up there.
Y'all think the angels rebel?
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? The angels do the commandments of the Most High, man. All right. It says,
that one again. 19.
Yeah. Cursed shalt thou be when thou comest in, and cursed shalt thou be when thou goest out.
Yeah, when we die, we curse too. Because look at the horrible and horrific deaths that our people fucking go through, man.
Yeah, pain.
To come out.
Some people die painfully as hell, man.
Yeah.
Painfully, man. Like people die with diseases and all that. Painful ass diseases.
Yeah, just think about a cancer or something, you know?
Yeah, like
You hear about how people always talking about, I can't take it in my bones no more. They can't walk no more, man. That's horrible, man, for you to feel you rather go in straight sleep, man. You rather go in your sleep than to be going through a horrific death of diseases and cancers and AIDS or some shit like that, man. You can't breathe no more. You know what it is like, man. When I was in the world doing fucking smoking my life away, you know, I couldn't breathe no more, bro. You know what it was like to sit there and you can't breathe no more. Imagine those that got emphysema and shit like that. Yeah, because what happens with emphysema after one point is that you puncture a hole in your damn lung, and now you're fucking all your air is seeping out. So now you just can't breathe, bro. My grandfather died like that, bro.
oh, that's how he died.
That's how he died. On top of him getting smacked for believing, you know,
whatever it is.
idols and shit. Yo, that shit was crazy how he went, bro. The Lord put him down. He never goes to where his drawer was.
Mm-hmm.
He had a whole Jesus there and everything.
Yeah, all those.
Yo, nah, the Lord made him crack his head open right on that same drawer that had Caesar Borgia on it, bro. And then from that, he had internal hemorrhage. And then from that, he ended up dying through that and emphysema, bro.
Mm-hmm.
He couldn't breathe no more, bro. You know what it is to gasp for air? Bro.
Yo, and the same
Lord
thing.
will put you in a horrible way. That's why you curse when you go out also, man.
Same thing with my grandfather, man, because my grandfather was a pastor, a Christian pastor, man. And he
was heavy into that.
And the Most High gave him cancer, man. My mom told him that he was in pain, man. My mom told me that he was in pain. All right, he died in pain, man.
Constant pain.
All right, because that's what happens, man, when you go against the Most High, man. All right,
but they don't think about it like that. They're not looking at it like that. They'll still think about it all like the Lord got me, I'll be good. Nah, that's why you go out with that pain.
Especially
in the mind.
Especially if you worshiping Caesare, man. If you worshiping Caesar Borgia, man, Esau, Edom, the so-called white man's God, you're gonna die a horrible death, man.
Horrible.
The scriptures say, you shall know it after death by pain, man.
That's right.
All right. So back in Deuteronomy 28, it says, verse 20, it says, Yahweh shall send upon thee thee cursing, vexation, and rebuking all that thou settest thy hand unto for to do.
Yeah, see, cursing, all right? We ain't talking about cursing as in that way. This is cursing about witchcrafts and sorceries, bro. All right? The Lord will put that upon us, man. Vexation, it says. Where was it? Oh, 20. The Lord shall send upon thee cursing, vexation, all right? And rebuke. All right? Yeah, because we're all vexed in our spirits when we hear this word, man. If you really of this truth and believe, you should be vexed in your spirit. And rebuke, yeah, the Lord is correcting us, constantly rebuking us and trying to correct us from our sins. All right? It says, and all that thou settest thine hand to do. All right? Yeah, so everything you put your hand to, basically, all right, it's going to be vexed. It's going to be cursed. It's not going to prosper. Exactly. It's never going to be able to prosper to its actual potential that it has, man. Even you yourself, all right? This is why we got to get out of this wretched ass body, man, because here it is. We want to do perfectly before the eyes of the Lord, but because we're subject to vanity, we can't. You know? All right.
It says, in all that thou settest thy hand unto for to do, unto thou be destroyed, and unto thou perish quickly, because of the wickedness of thy doings, whereby thou hast forsaken me.
Yeah, so you have the people. It said that thou shalt perish quickly. You got the people, oh, the good die young. Nah, fuck that. All right, they weren't good. They weren't good unless you're young and you died in the name of the Lord. All right, then yeah, there'll be rest for you. All right, but the good die young, my ass, man. When your ass died young, it's because the Lord didn't find you worthy to live life out long enough, man.
People dying in the 30s.
Yeah, fuck that. You got people that die one day old.
Yeah.
All right. The Lord didn't find you worthy to live out your whole baby life, man.
The Lord will have a baby, a 2-year-old, run in the middle of the street and then boom, that's smacked by a car, bro.
Oh, he didn't live out his life. He was gonna be a king. Get the fuck out of here, man.
not
Onto the issues of death, unto the Lord belong the issues of death, man. Whenever you see death, that's judgment being brought out. All right. But the Lord said that after death shall the judgment come, when we shall know whether you are righteous or not. Because depending on how your death is, the Lord judges you according to your ways. So if the Lord put you in a death that's basically in good gracious, let's say, that means, well, the Lord have mercy on you on your death, and that means that the Lord must have been dealing with you and found you worthy. All right, to have a decent, to have a death of peace. Okay,
shit, I want to go in my sleep.
That's what I'm saying. Well, that's what we all will want. Peaceful death in our sleep. All right. I know a couple brothers, you know, that have passed, and it's truth. All right, and they have gone in those ways, man, and that's because the Lord made it easy for them. All right. It's not because they were wicked and they were put to death. Nah, we have a set time, man. Some of us have early lots that are in this truth, and some of us have long ones.
The Lord takes us away. The ones that, especially the ones that die in this truth, the Lord takes them away.
Sometimes so they don't have to go through the destruction. Yeah, that's right.
And that's mercy, man.
That's right, because the shit that's about to, only a few gonna be able to handle what's gonna come upon the earth, bro.
And those are the ones that are gonna be risen up first, man.
All right, the ones that are dead.
Into those chariots.
That's right.
All right. It says, verse 21, the Lord shall make the pestilence cleave unto thee until he has consumed thee from off the land whither thou goest to possess it.
Yeah, all the sicknesses, all these different sicknesses that are going on in the world right now. Even though a lot of them are man-made, all right, the Lord put the spirit on that man to make that, all right, to be able to put it on our people, because our people are the ones that are dying from all those different diseases, man, all the different infirmities. Yeah, so you know these other nations, they die from it too, all right, but they don't even fight to death. They just die.
No,
They just die off. But us, you see our people suffering through it because we're so strong. We're able to battle that shit. But that battle is killing you slow, man. It's a horrible pain.
That's why our people have high blood pressure. That's a
Mhm.
pestilence, man. Having high blood pressure, diabetes. Oh man,
And where all that shit come from? From fucking eating unhealthy. You want to eat pork
yeah,
like
shrimp.
it's nothing, and shrimp,
Yeah,
lobster,
that's
squid.
that's what it comes from. That's why the so-called black community, right? Our people, all right, the tribe of Judah, the Southern Kingdom, all right. They always have what in the so-called black community. There's what high blood pressure, all right, diabetes, right? Because they're eating things that they're not supposed to eat.
It's simple, bro. If you go to our stores, they have pork everywhere.
Shrimp.
Pork product everywhere. But if you go to these high-end places where there's nothing but rich motherfuckers at, they ain't selling pork in the store, bro. They're not. They might have a little section, but they're not selling it. All right, they're gonna give them the best of the best. But in our store, cursed be thy basket, cursed be thy store, man. They're gonna make sure they give you the cheapest shit and make it cheap for you just to feed it onto your own people. Right?
Did you see the moon yesterday?
yeah, that shit was wild, bro. Very long.
That's why I seen them chariots that chariot last
Yeah.
night, bro. Bro,
What
when
time?
I
What
saw
time?
yo, it was like 2 in the morning, bro. I was riding around, I was just driving. And when I seen it, bro, I was just like, wow, bro, the angels is really watching everything right now, bro. Watching me, watching the world, watching every single thing that's being done, bro. I gotta draw a picture of that, yo. I know exactly. Every time I see a chariot, I draw a picture of it and try to make a video to show what it was looking like. But it was a pillar of fire mixed with green, bluish, purplish in it. So just imagine those colors mixed together in a flame. It just looked crazy, yo. It was beautiful. So go ahead.
It says, verse 22, the Lord shall smite thee with consumption and with a fever and with an inflammation and with extreme burning and with the sword and with blasting and with mildew, and they shall pursue thee until thou perish.
Yeah, and again, going into sicknesses. All right?
Mm-hmm.
Should almost sounded like you already know the yo jabba, right?
Yeah, the Lord said
It almost sounded
fever.
like Hovid.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it does because that was basically it was fever, burning, you know what I'm saying, inflammation. But go ahead.
It says, and with the sword and with blasting and with mildew, and they shall pursue thee until thou perish. And thy heaven that is over thy head shall be brass, and the earth that is under thee shall be iron. The Lord shall make the rain of thy land powder and dust. From heaven shall it come down upon thee until thou be destroyed.
You know what? We ain't gonna have you ain't gonna have no what to say? Shall make the rain of thy land powder and dust. All right. Go about it in a couple different ways, but spiritually, you know, the scriptures is the rain. You know, that latter rain, that doctrine. All right. And the Lord gonna turn it into what? The dust means confusion. You know what I'm saying? So the Lord gonna turn everything in here into confusion, right? But going into you know, plantations and things like that, where you grow your vegetation and all that, all right, rain ain't gonna come. All right, you're gonna have straight dust and clouds, basically, meaning dry as hell. All right, well, we're not gonna be able to have any of our things, you know, grow to its potential. All right.
Verse 25, the Lord shall cause thee to be smitten before thy enemies. Thou shalt go out one way against them and flee 7 ways before them, and shall be removed into all the kingdoms of the earth.
Meaning what? That we will have no power. No power, exactly. We will have no power. Everywhere we went, we were gonna act like we was gonna do something. We looked like we was about to come with some power, but nah. What did it say? 7 ways to flee away. All right, meaning your ass gonna be finding ways to get away from all that, because the Lord is good. Remember, the Lord uses these heathens, these these enemies of ours, these adversaries, to come up against us when we are not doing the will of the Lord. Go ahead.
It says, and thy carcass shall be meat unto the fowls of the air, and unto the beasts of the earth, and no man shall fray them away. The Lord will smite
Break that one down.
Yeah, because
Wow.
we're gonna be eaten up, man. All right, basically that. I mean, you could physically and metaphorically. All right, we just gonna be withered away. All
Well,
right,
and then again, when the times of slavery, our people were being hung by trees, man.
Yep.
You had our people, their carcasses just laying around.
Yep.
Hanging off a tree, and the fowls of the earth were eating them away.
Yep.
All right, and it wasn't just Judah. All right, because these people don't have the understanding that Judah and Israel, all right, were oppressed together, like the scriptures say. All right, we all went through the same thing, just different time frames. All right, or it ended up happening together. Okay, but you know, that's going into, look at the, you know, you go into our people, Issachar, man. Issachar was getting hung by trees, man. Gad was getting hung by trees, man. All right. So that shows that our people were under those curses for real. Ain't no other fucking nation go through that. Yeah, we had these heathens in captivity for 1,000 years, but they still didn't go through that shit, man. All right, because see, the spirit of the Lord wasn't fully put on us yet, man. When the kingdom come, the Lord gonna have the full spirit on us to have us reward you double onto what you have done to us, man. You see, you thinking hangings was serious. When the Lord put the spirit on us, who the hell knows how we gonna come at your ass, man?
bro. That goes to show you how dirty the Lord did us, bro. That we were just hanging from a tree, just rotting.
And bro, the Lord, you had these heathens that will grab horses, tie us together, arm to arm, leg to leg, and just rip us in opposite directions with their horses, man. That was the Lord allowing that on our people, man.
The Lord is
Who? That's why it says it's a terrible thing to fall into the hands of the living power, man.
Yo, the Lord put that in their mind to do something
Yeah,
wild like
exactly.
that.
The Lord puts your thought. The scriptures talk about that, man.
And that's the logo for the Levi gene.
For the Levi strategies, yo. And they have no understanding of that. See, everything is spiritual and has a meaning to it behind it, bro. When you come into this truth, wanting to learn, the Lord will give you the eyes out to see those things, and it'll make sense to you. Yeah, but that shit's in the Willie Lynch letters, man.
Yeah. Yup. It's in the will. Yup.
You got that book still?
Nah.
Damn, I got it for $5. I lost it in that book bag that they
did?
robbed. Yeah, when they robbed my book, they got it for like $5 on Amazon.
I never had it.
Yeah, that's a good ass. It's like 55 pages.
Yeah, it's 25.
55 pages.
I always wanted to get it, but I never got it, and then you ended up getting it.
Yeah. So yeah, it says thy carcass shall be meat unto the fowls of the earth, and unto the beasts of the earth, and no man shall fray them away. Ven pasar. Pueden pasar y pueden aprender si quieren. I'm talking to you in Spanish. You're gonna give it to me in English. I even spoke to her in Spanish so she could feel comfortable. You know what I mean? Go ahead, 27.
The Lord will smite thee with the botch of Egypt, and with the emerods, and with the scab, and with the itch, whereof thou cannot be healed.
Sound like herpes.
Yep.
Oils.
And
All right.
we got diseases that say they can't be healed, man.
They can't be healed, exactly.
All right, all these type of sicknesses, all
Got
these
a
type
couple
of
STDs that are not curable.
which they are, but they're not gonna put it out there.
They're not gonna put it, yeah, because
and
they
give
don't
it to
understand. They don't have wisdom to be understanding that the Lord created medicines for us, man. Herbs onto us, man. So because they have no knowledge, they remain in that congregation of the dead. So they don't know how to heal themselves, because the Lord is what heals all diseases, man. That's Psalms 103 and 3, or 104 and 3. All right, the Lord is what heals all thy diseases. All right.
All right. Verse 28, and the Lord shall smite thee with madness and blindness and astonishment of hearts. All right. Meaning that the Lord is going to make our people bugged out, man. right? The Lord's going to smite our people with madness. Our people are bugged out here.
Turn
They're
you into
crazy.
a crackhead.
Yeah, crazy as hell, man. Mental hospital type shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right? The Lord will smite us with madness.
Which there's no such thing as craziness, man. That's all demons on a person. That's what the Lord does. He'll smite you with a bunch of demons, man. And the demons will drive you insane in your own mind to basically hurt yourself, do all that. That's all demons on people, man. All right? Astonishment of the heart. All right? A proverb, it says. All right? Right? That's what it says.
Astonishment of heart. Yep.
Madness, blindness, and astonishment of the heart. Yeah, madness goes into craziness. All right? Blindness. All right? We know what blindness is. Okay?
Physically and mentally.
Physically and mentally. Mentally the most. To the point where you are under strong delusion. All right? And the Lord allows you to serve the God of this world because he has blinded the minds of them, right? Go ahead.
It says, and thou shalt grope at noonday as the blind gropeth in darkness, and thou shalt not prosper in thy ways, and thou shalt be only oppressed and spoiled evermore, and no man shall save thee.
Yeah, meaning we're going to constantly be in darkness, man, in straight ignorance. Okay? We're not going to prosper in anything that we do. There's nothing that we prosper in here, man. The only way you prosper is Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. That's the only way you can make yourself prosperous. Go ahead.
It says, verse 30, thou shalt betroth a wife, and another man shall lie with her. Thou shalt build a house, and thou shalt not dwell therein. Thou shalt plant a vineyard, and shall not gather the grapes thereof.
Exactly. So it says, thou shalt betroth, thou shalt have a wife, and she shall be betrothed, man.
Another man shall lie with her.
Exactly.
All right.
So go ahead.
That's why our women are whores, man. All right. The Lord, all right, you know, will have you fall in love with the woman, you'll be married unto her for like 20 years,
bro,
and then now she's sleeping with another man.
Every day.
That's a curse, man. The Lord did that to you, man. All right, have you feeling all broken hearted and sad and shit.
Because you say that you'd rather dwell with a lion and a dragon than to dwell with a wicked ass woman. Or he said, give me any plague but the plague of the heart of the woman, man. All right? Because a woman will fucking break you down, boy. A woman will fucking kick you down when you down. Shit. And try to kick you down even more and more, man. All right?
It says,
it said, hold on, Salakia. It shall lie where it says, thou shalt build a house and shall not dwell therein. You see that now? Look at Issachar.
all they do is build houses.
Ain't none of them living in them big ass rich houses.
Yeah, they build big ass rich houses for Esau. All right, and they don't dwell in them; they just build them, man. Shit, we built the White House.
Right?
Do we dwell in the White House? Hell no. How is it that our people built the White House? All right, but then you have Esau, Edom, who's ruling, living in that house, controlling that house, ruling that house, man. All right, it should be called the so-called Black House. That's what it should be called.
And it's funny because you don't see Esau come out after a while and be like, all right, I'm going to take 50 of y'all. I'm going to build y'all house since y'all been building my whole country.
Yeah.
Let me give y'all a house or some acres of land and put 50 of y'all in a nice, residential spot for you people. Nah, hell nah. Ain't nobody doing that shit. So it goes back to what we just read, man. All right. Our people going to build these houses because it ain't just Issachar, man. It's all the rest of you. All right. All the tribes do construction out here, man. All the tribes been building up Egypt out here, man. Like they were building Egypt back in the times. Okay. Everything here is built on our people, man. Israelite bloodshed. All right. That's why it says, woe unto the bloody city, man. It's filled with robbery and lies. All right. It was established by iniquity, bloodshed. All right.
It says, thou shalt betroth a wife, and another man shall lie with her. Thou shalt build an house, and thou shalt not dwell therein. thou shalt plant a vineyard and shalt not gather the grapes thereof. The ox shall be slain before thy eyes, and thou shalt not eat thereof. Thy ass shall be violently taken away from before thy face, and shall not be restored unto thee.
And you see that today, because you'll have Esau, you'll have niggas like Bill Gates that's buying everybody's farmland, so you don't have to have no farm, because they don't want you to make natural things. They don't want you to have. They want you to take on their Monsanto seeds. You know what I'm saying? They want you to take on their bioengineered, chemically plant-based fucking meat. You see? So you're not able to have any of these things, man. Go ahead.
It says, thy sheep shall be given unto thy enemies, and thou shalt have none to rescue them.
Yeah, because when we will be besieged every time, or we will getting put into lockdowns, right? What would these people do? They'll take our shit, man. They would take our shit, eat off of our shit, and we was beat. Or they would take our shit and then sell it to the other nations, right? All right? While we're just stuck with nothing.
Yeah, everything that is ours, they take, man.
Exactly. All right?
Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people, and thy eyes shall look and fail with longing for them all the day long.
Yeah, and our people were given onto our enemies, which that is going to go into one of the main plagues of today, when Esau puts your ass in these FEMA camps, man. He's going to give your children up onto the fire to pass it on to Baal. All right? Those that didn't want to hearken, the Lord's going to separate you from your children, man. Your children, your babies going to be taken right away from you, right in front of your eyes, man. Never seen them again. And that was happening in the times of slavery. You know how many of us were separated from our children in slavery, man? And then your daughter came out to be a little hoe that they used up, all right, and sold her ass all over the place. Even the little boys. Remember, they were selling boys for a harlot, man. Right?
It says, thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people, and thy eyes shall look and fail with longing for them for all the day long, and there shall be no might in thy hand.
And that's crazy, because don't you see our people kidnapped all the time? Mm-hmm. When you look on a Have You Seen Us, who is it? An Israelite, man. It's always Issachar, all right? You'll never see these other heathens are the ones that are missing. It's always an Israelite that's missing, man. And it's usually a lot of the northern tribes, man. A lot of our people go missing because a lot of our northern tribe women, all right, the little kids, they get turned into sex slaves, man.
It says, verse 33, the fruit of thy land and all thy labor shall a nation which thou knowest not eat up, and thou shalt be only oppressed and crushed away.
You have something going on. Right?
Yeah, it says, the fruit of thy land and all thy labors shall a nation which thou knowest not eat up, and thou shalt be only oppressed and crushed away.
What, you want to elaborate?
Yeah, because Esau, Edom, all right, was a nation that we knew was not. All these other nations were a nation that we knew was not. And the Lord sent them against our people, man. And all these nations, whenever they had us in captivity, they crushed us, man. They crushed us into oblivion, all right? We've been oppressed forevermore, man. All right? All these nations have oppressed us, all right? It says, so that thou shalt be mad for the sight of thy eyes, which thou shalt see. And Yahweh shall smite thee in the knees and in the legs with a sore botch that cannot be healed from the sole of thy foot unto the top of thy head.
Going into them diseases again. Mm-hmm. You know, boils. Mm-hmm. All right, because that was the botch of Egypt in that time, man. They were getting smacked with boils, bro.
Aching pains.
Aching pain, yeah, on a whole nother level. All right. Go ahead.
It says, the Lord shall smite. All right, that. It says, the Lord shall bring thee and thy king, which thou shalt set over thee, unto a nation which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, and there shalt thou serve other gods, wood and stone.
And that right there explains to you even more that we were going to be in America serving other gods. Because did he not say we were going to serve wood and stone? What are all these gods made out of, man?
Wood and
Stone, wood, brass, gold. All right. That's a curse upon our people, man. And who are the only ones that's sitting out here really worshiping these gods? Our people. Yeah, these heathens don't even worship their fucking gods. Because they don't believe in nothing. They don't have nothing to worship. They just made this shit for a fucking show. Yeah. And they just knew that our people was going to be dumb as hell to fall after it and prey on it, man. Go ahead.
Our people are hard-headed, man.
That's right.
These idols were a stumbling block. They did that on purpose to draw us away from the Most High, so we had no power, because they know the Most High is our power, man.
Let me put you on. Back in the ancient world, even the heathens and our people knew Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, man. Even Pharaoh knew about the Lord, man. Why do you think he was asking Moses to ask your Lord to forgive me? Because he knew that the Lord existed, man. You see, they all knew about the Lord. Especially they knew the name Alessandra, man. Terrible demon-like power.
Just like Antiochus Epiphanes, when he died after all the wickedness he had done. A super wicked ass nigga, bro. That's one of the most wicked niggas throughout all of history, bro.
That's why his sons were even more wicked.
That's why when he died from the inside out. He was eaten by worms were crawling out of his body, man.
All right, dying the straight. That wickedness, basically wickedness ate him from inside out, man.
That's right.
Because again, is when you're rotten, bro. There's no way. That's why you can't change who can make an unclean thing to a clean thing. All right. Those that are accustomed to do evil, they're not going to be able to change, man. They're just accustomed to those things, man. That's his lot.
The Lord set him up for that, man. He created him to be that wicked, that just to be wicked. And that goes to show
vessel of dishonor.
Yeah. And that goes to show you the power of the Lord, man. That's a scary thing, man. The Lord sets you up for something, and then that's it, bro.
That's it.
All right. If
you can do about it.
If you're 2/3,
you're 2/3.
You're 2/3.
That's why it's scary for us.
Yeah.
Because we could be out here bringing out His word, and we don't make it. You see, we're gonna put on as the elect to have faith. But still, that's how powerful the Lord is, that, man, we could do this work. And because if we're not of this elect, it don't matter how much work I put in, I ain't gonna make it.
Because the Lord has mercy on who he has mercy on.
Right.
And the Lord has compassion on who he has compassion on, man. All right. It's up to the Lord who he wants to save. All right. It's not
why you gotta get on the Lord's good side.
That's why you gotta get, and even that's what I'm saying. All things of the Lord, man. You thinking that you have to get on the Lord's side, is the Lord putting that in you,
that spirit
in you, man.
Putting that fear in you. That's why you need that's why you gotta believe, bro. Because with believing comes the faith, comes the everything, man. Everything is just that much easier for you to have fear in it and to want to do better. You know what I'm saying? But go ahead.
It says, the Lord shall bring thee and thy king, which thou shalt serve, which thou shalt set over thee, unto a nation which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, and there shalt thou serve other gods, wood and stone. Yeah, and our people are big into Islam, man. Especially the Southern Kingdom. The Southern Kingdom is heavy into Islam. And what do they worship? They worship a damn stone, man. All right. In Saudi Arabia, what do they have? In Mecca, man, the Mecca stone. They literally worship and bow down to a giant stone in the shape of a cube, man.
That's just bug.
Yeah. Word is born, and on one side of it, it has a hole. all right, which represents a vagina, man, and they kiss the hole.
Look at that shit.
So they really worshiping a vagina,
Yeah,
man.
because the Muslims, they exalt women high.
Yeah.
They exalt they as high as hell. Everything is you know, just like the 5%ers think of. Everything is of the woman, and the woman is God, and get the fuck out of here with that bullshit. Hold on real quick. This is read that again.
It says, verse 36, the Lord shall bring thee and thy king, which thou shalt set over thee, unto a nation which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, and there shalt thou serve other gods, wood and stone.
This is Psalms 44. I'll start from 5. It says, through thee will we push down our enemies. Through thy name we will tread them under the rise up against us. For I will not trust in my bow, neither shall my sword save me. But thou hast saved us from our enemies, and hast put them to shame that hated us. In power we boast all the day long, and praise thy name forever, Salah. But thou hast cast off and put us to shame, and goest not forth with our armies.
Reading a song?
Yeah. Thou makest us to turn back from the enemy, because this is part of the curses right here. And they which hate us spoil for themselves. Thou hast given us like sheep appointed for meat, and hast scattered us among the heathen. Thou sellest thy people for naught, and does not increase their wealth by their price. Thou makest us a reproach to our neighbors, a scorn and a derision to them that are round about us. Thou makest us a byword among the heathen, and a shaking of the head among the people. My confusion is continually before me, and the shame of my face has covered me. For thy voice of him that reproacheth and blasphemeth by reason of the enemy and avenger. All this is come upon us, yet have we not forgotten thee, neither have we dealt falsely in thy covenant. Our heart is not turned back, neither have our steps declined from thy way. This is talking about those that are going to follow. Though thou hast sore broken us in the place of the dragons, and covered us with the shadow of death, if we have forgotten thy name of our power, or stretched out our hands to a strange God, shall not Yahweh search this out? For he knoweth the secrets of the heart. Yeah, for thy sake are we killed all the day long. We are counted as sheep for the slaughter. Awake while sleeping thou, O Lord. Arise, cast us not off forever. Wherefore hidest thou thy face, and forgettest our affliction and our oppression? For our soul is bowed down to the dust, our belly cleaveth unto the earth. Arise for our help, and redeem us for thy mercy's sake. Going into the curses, man. That the Lord was gonna give us these curses, just like we was reading here. But if we did righteously, what? He would take those things away from us. All right. So go ahead.
Verse 37, and thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb, and a byword among all nations, whither the Lord shall lead thee.
Exactly. That's why we're like the brother was saying before, we called niggas and spicks. All right.
We called Dominicans, Puerto
We're called
Ricans,
Indians and shit.
all types, everything that we're not. All right, that's what we are called. That's a proverb and a byword. All right, our people are known as what's another Colombians or Uruguayans, or you know what I mean. Those are just titles.
Those are all titles that came from the heathens. Because
Proverbs
most of the Spanish names that we got, that shit comes from the Esau. All right, Latin. Most of that shit is Latin, bro. Which all that shit derives from what? From Greeks and shit like that, man. Go ahead.
It says, "Thou shalt carry much seed out into the field, and shall gather but little in. For the locust shall consume it. Thou shalt plant vineyards and dress them, but but shalt neither drink of the wine nor gather the grapes, for the worms shall eat them."
And it's crazy because it said that thou shalt have the locust eat it, right? Do you not? Them lantern flies you see everywhere?
Oh, yeah.
That's the plague of the Lord, bro, because that's destroying our crops right now. A lot of our crops ain't growing because of the amount of lantern flies you seen around. You see them shits everywhere, bro. That's a plague, believe it or not, upon our people. And as the days get closer to the end, those are going to increase more, man. You're going to see more and more of them.
I can't wait till the Lord start bringing these plagues for real,
Bro, when you start seeing crazy amount of flies out here and shit,
mosquitoes.
you can't, I'm trying to tell you, like, they think that they looking at they're watching Disney movies like The Prince of Egypt, so they think it's not that serious.
Yeah.
Because it's a cartoon. All right.
That's
When
based off the Bible.
let me tell you some real shit. In my house, right? In my house, there's easy access to my house by flies because I live in the dead middle of the woods, like dead ass. So if you open my door too long, oh, them niggas will fly from right outside. They'll just fly right in there.
They'll take like 5-10 seconds.
Bro, I shit you not, the other day, as I killed one, another multiplied, bro. I started thinking it was straight demons in my house. Because sometimes it could be demons, and the Lord will use bugs and shit as demons against you, man. But the point was that, bro, I was going crazy. I ended up killing, like, I don't know how the fuck they got in my house, bro, but they got in my shit. There was like 10 flies in my shit. I was going crazy trying to kill them shits. Them shits are nasty. I don't like flies already to begin with. They're just disgusting. All right, because we know how they accumulate. All right, they'll accumulate from what? Starting with what's it called?
Maggot.
A maggot, exactly. And that shit starts little, invisible, and then it starts to show itself. All right, because it's basically a parasite. All right. So when I seen them shits in there, bro, I was going crazy. I killed them all, but bro, just watching them shits in my house was driving me nuts. Imagine 1,000 coming in your house. And they're already annoying. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, a lot of you people are gonna feel, bro. A lot of people who are freaked out by bugs and maggots and shit like that, the Lord is
gonna bring every creeping thing on you, bro. Creeping things you ain't never seen before.
Shit,
You might see a whole frog spider. Jump at your ass and say ribbit at the same time and throw out a tongue at your ass, yo.
You gonna see a frog spider.
Yo, bro, because it's the truth, bro. And the way the Lord puts the spirit on Esau to be able to do DNA splicing and shit.
Yeah.
Man, this nigga made all types of shit out here, bro.
Right. You gonna see a monkey bear. You gonna see it's a monkey, but that shit got a face of a fucking bear, nigga. That shit
talking about
that shit got the agility of a monkey being able to swing like that. But then that shit got claws of a fucking bear.
You never know, bro.
Bro, that shit.
The Lord say He's gonna make newly created creatures, man.
And wait till the Lord bring Leviathan out here. All you people are gonna faint, man.
Yeah.
The scriptures say that when you see people are gonna faint at the scriptures at the sight of Leviathan, man.
Yeah, y'all think that Godzilla is just a movie? No, that's real. They got that movie. They got Godzilla from the scriptures, man.
Yep.
That's Leviathan. That's what Leviathan looked like, and that's exactly how he coming. Spitting fire out of his mouth. He gonna be spitting lasers out of his eyes. All right, like the scriptures say, man. Grab that real quick.
Yeah.
That's in
Job.
Now I want to grab excuse me. Job 40. Yeah, 41 is Leviathan though. I want the one where it says in Wisdom of Solomon. 17 and got where
You looking for?
Wisdom of Solomon 17. I forgot what verse it is. I'll tell you in that. creatures newly created
Yeah, we was getting into that.
the other day. That's why that's why it popped up in my head just now.
Is it 17 or 14?
Newly created creatures. Wisdom of Solomon, KJV. Or 11, Salakia. Wisdom of Solomon 11 and 17. Right? Yeah. It says, for the almighty hand that made the world of matter without form wanted not means to send among them a multitude of bears or fierce lions or unknown wild beasts full of rage newly created. Now this is Leviathan right here, breathing out either a fiery vapor or filthy sense of scattered smoke or shooting horrible sparkles out of their eyes. Shit. Now,
Yeah.
that goes the Lord for you.
That's right.
All right. That see, people think shit like this is far fetched, but you think that the shit that Esau comes out with is not too far fetched. All right. Esau be coming out with some crazy ass.
We're talking about the
science.
We're talking about the Most High here, man.
Yeah.
All right. The same power that created the entire universe, man. All right. The scriptures say anything is possible with the Lord. You think he
That's
can't
right.
create Leviathan? All right. What do you think? Like your brother said, what do you think they got the idea of Godzilla from? That comes from the scriptures. That comes from Job, the 40th chapter, man. Leviathan. All right.
Why do you think they're able to lock it, brother? Why do you think they're able to talk about dinosaurs to you?
Yeah.
Because it's in the Bible. Behemoth. Behemoth goes back into being a dinosaur, man. Which Behemoth is still here. The elders believe that dinosaurs are kept in a certain place in the earth, man, where they can't be touched. And they're going to be released in those last days. Absolutely, man. And Leviathan's going to be the main one. All right? Leviathan going to be fucking them people up in the seas. You know, that are living in underwater stations and shit. Submarines and all that.
Man.
Why you think you hear about these boats that are always crashing? That's Leviathan playing with him. Matter of fact, there's a scripture that say that. There goes the Leviathan playing with those ships. All right? Because, yeah, whenever you hear about ships, shit like Titanic. Titanic, that was Leviathan brought that down probably, man.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, we know the Lord is
the one that bring it down.
You know, no, but we know that Leviathan is not going to be released until.
Oh, yeah. But
maybe,
but this is
maybe,
the thing. Yeah, he might not be released. But what you mean? He running around the waters right now. Nobody know where he at. But how you know that because check this out. The man that made the Titanic said that God himself would not be able to sink that ship. But it happened to be that it sank. So yeah, I wouldn't doubt the Lord sent Leviathan after that ass, man.
The Most
and
High.
just made him. They talk about they hit a boulder. No, they probably hit Leviathan. And Leviathan just kept it moving. He didn't have to show himself. Just knocked that whole shit out the water, man. Look at that shit now. It's at the bottom. All right?
Everybody dead.
Exactly. Fact.
Frozen. It was frozen. They froze to death. Imagine how cold those waters were. All right? Because supposedly they hit an iceberg. But who knows, man? All right? But if there was icebergs in those waters, imagine how cold those waters were. That an iceberg could just sit in the water and stay frozen. You know what I'm saying?
Crazy, boy.
And the scriptures say that the water boils around Leviathan, man. It boils around him, man.
That's why everything around that shit will melt. I did a video not so long ago on that where it was a guy that he was a scientist and he found in the middle of like Antarctica or some shit, he caught on footage something coming out of the ice underneath and breaking that shit. And you could see that everything that was coming off the side of it, it was bubbling. So, and that's what I was basically going into because, like you said, that the Lord said that everything around Leviathan bubbles. All right. But yeah, go ahead. Go back to Deuteronomy. Yeah.
All right, that was the spirit.
It says,
We was at 40, 40, yeah, no, 41. All right.
it says, verse 41, thou shalt beget sons and daughters, but thou shalt not enjoy them, for they shall go into captivity.
Mhm.
Yeah, because a
Plain
lot,
to say.
yeah,
Right.
a lot of us, we have kids and we don't enjoy them. We don't have them, man. They get taken away, all right, because diapers takes them away. Somebody put a false claimant report
That's
saying
right.
that we don't take care of our children. All right, now we don't have our children, man. All right, they are led away into captivity, man.
Mhm.
All right, a lot of our people's kids.
Even when they go into jail sites,
Uh-huh.
when they going into prisons and things like that, that's being more led into captivity, man.
Yeah.
All right, you don't get to see your son. That nigga done shot somebody and they gave his ass life, man.
Yeah.
You don't get to see him since he's young. All right, go ahead. Sex slaves, the women.
Yeah, it says, thou shalt beget sons and daughters, but thou shalt not enjoy them, for they shall go into captivity. All thy trees and fruit of thy land shall the locust consume. The stranger that is within thee shall get above thee very high, and thou shalt come down very low.
And that's talking about all these other nations, man. You see, look as example, this store. This motherfucker is above us because I gotta go in there and buy me a drink. I gotta go give him my money. You see, you go to Esau, you go to the government for the want of all things. All right, now you good. That's the same thing as you. What we reading right here. The stranger that is within thee shall get up above thee very high, and thou shalt it shall come down very low. Yeah, we're brought the moment we were brought from our rulership down to captivity. That's when we were brought from high, being brought down to low. All right. It says, "He shall lend to thee." Yeah, and that's what these other nations do. All right. As a matter of fact, let's not even put these other nations. Let's just look at the government itself, the Federal Reserve. Do they not lend us money? Do we not look for grants? All right, and all these different types of schemes for us to get money from them. They're borrowing that money. They're letting us borrow that money. That money, and none of it belongs to us. You see, it says, "He shall lend to thee, and thou shalt not lend to him." Yeah, we can't lend to him. You think Esau gonna come to us for a grant? All right, or trying to scheme us to try to get some extra money in his pocket? He ain't coming to our broke asses, man. We don't own nothing. We don't have nothing here. This is not our rest. Okay. It says, "He shall lend to thee, and thou shalt not lend to him. He shall be the head, and thou shalt be the tail." Yeah. All right. When you go into a head and a tail, look at an animal. All right. What follows the actual animal? The tail follows the head, because the head is the front of the body. So wherever the head goes, the front of the body, the tail is going to follow. So that's how we are. All right. We following after the ways of the heathen. That's them being the head and us being the tail, following after their ways. Okay. It says, "Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee, and shall pursue thee until thou be taken out the way and destroyed, because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of the Lord thy power, to keep his commandments and his statutes, which he commanded thee." It says, "And they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder upon thy seed forever." See, and this is how we were able to bring out the truth and let people know that the so-called Hebrews are the so-called that the Hebrews are the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. Because we the only ones that fit these curses, man. There's nobody else that actually fits these curses.
That's what you read, 46?
Yeah. Go ahead, you can read it from there.
All right, it says, "And they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever.
Yeah. All right. It should be a sign onto our people.
That's how we know who the real Israelites
A
are.
wonder. It was a wonder for a while. Who are these people that fit these curses? But through the Spirit of the Lord, it was brought up, man. Go ahead.
Imagine being Abba Bivens reading this, like, yo,
Yeah.
it's us.
Telling you. Telling you.
You know what I'm saying? Like, to figure that out, bro. All right.
Right.
It says, verse 47, it says, because thou servest not the Lord thy power with joyfulness and with gladness of heart for the abundance of all things, therefore thou shalt serve thy enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee in hunger and in thirst and in,
Okay, está bien.
it says, and in nakedness and in want of all things, and he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he has destroyed thee.
Yeah, so it said that we should go to our oppressor for the want of all things. All right. Do we not go to the want? Do we not go to this damn devil for all benefits of this society, man? All right. Do you not go to your oppressor for welfare? Do you not go to your oppressor for food stamps, clothes, water? Exactly. All your food comes from your oppressor, because your oppressor goes to your countries and takes that shit and takes the natural resources out of your land and then puts you in captivity and takes your own shit, man. The clothes that you're wearing, your Jordans, your nice ass clothes, all these top name brands that people go after, your oppressor is making that shit, man. And you are going to him for the want of it. They are only rich because your ass buys it. Because we are the multitude of the people, they can afford to use you to make millions and millions and billions of dollars. As opposed to if we use their asses, we'd be broke. Because they are small among the rest of the heathen, all these other heathens. Especially Esau being the smallest. All right? But because we're the multitude, because a lot of people about to find out who is Israel, boy. Y'all gonna be mad as hell when you see a lot of white faces and shit that you thought were not were Israelites. All right, people that you most least expected it gonna be Israelites. Yeah, we have the obvious. You can just tell when they're pure, the way their swag is, how they are, and all that. All right, but then you got the Gentiles, man, the ones that are mixed in the society amongst all these different nations. A lot of people gonna be like, wow, right, this guy was a straight Israelite the whole time, and I thought he was. That's why these other cans that be making them other people bow down to them, they going off, bro, because you don't even know if you're making a actual Israelite bow down to you.
The greatest wow is going to be here in America, though. All right, when they realize that us saying that we are the true Hebrew Israelites that the Bible speaks of, when that comes to when they really realize that we are what we've been saying we are, all right, bro, they not gonna be able to believe it, bro. It's gonna be the biggest wow to them, bro. It's gonna be the biggest I told you so's of I told you so's. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be it's gonna bug them out, man. These men, because the blacks, they're gonna be like the black people, the so-called black people, they're the real Jews. They gonna fucking lose their minds when the Lord reveals to them in that day that they are the men of the Lord, man.
This was he.
This is he
Who we had sometimes in derision. Yo, we accounted this man's life madness, bro. That's how these people gonna be in these last days, bro. They gonna really be swole. Yo, you know what it feels like to be left out, knowing that you had the answer in front of your face the whole time,
and you just
scoffed it and pushed it to the side. Yo, that is a feeling, bro. Because the Lord gonna put the spirit on them to remember these times, bro. Whenever they came up to the camp and they scoffed us and they put down the word, bro, the Lord gonna put a flashback in your mind. Oh, absolutely. You're gonna get a million flashbacks in your mind, bro, of what happened. You're gonna get a basic what do you call that? A flashback of what went on through your whole life.
Yeah.
You gonna have that shit happen in
It's
a
gonna flash before your eyes.
flash right before your
You gonna
eyes.
remember the times you walked past the camp.
Yup. And every time you look through your car window was pointing and laughing, yeah, you gonna feel that shit, bro. Like them niggas right there.
Yeah.
Sitting there laughing and they, yeah, man, that shit's gonna be, bro. Can't wait for that. That's why we can't wait to see those happy faces turn into sad faces, man, pale faces. While our faces are pale now, all right, and then our faces are gonna be turned into the light. You see, because the Lord gonna glorify us and show the world that we were right the whole time, and not even that we were right, that Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai was right, man.
Mm-hmm.
But
It says, therefore shalt thou serve thy enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee. Showing you that it was the Lord, all right, that set up Esau, Edom, to put us in slavery, man. The Lord is the one that rose Esau, Edom up to have us in captivity, all right, and all these other nations, all right. The Lord is the one that did it, man, all right. It says he put it in their hearts, man, their minds to do so. It says, therefore thou shalt serve thy enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee, in hunger, in thirst, and in nakedness, and in want of all things, and he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he has destroyed thee. And did not he do that to us? Did he not put a yoke of iron upon our neck? We came over here in balls and shackles, all right? Yokes of iron upon it. We came off the slave ships with nothing but iron upon us, man. Being whipped with nothing but shit and piss all over us, man.
right,
All right? I think there's an account, there's a document
there was
outside of, I forgot where I read it at, but that boat stunk so bad that you could smell it miles and miles, because we was on that shit for months and months at a
we
time.
was piled up on top of each other.
Yeah, just shitting and pissing all over each other.
Exactly.
Period blood and all that. You can pass. Yeah. So it says, man, look, he got a lot to pay for that, man.
Yeah.
All right.
And imagine, you're gonna reward them double, bro.
Double.
Sometimes you be thinking like, how? This damn motherfucker wicked as that. How can we top his wicked ass? Yeah, but the Lord gonna make us be on some wicked shit and righteousness, though.
It's gonna be a righteous recompense.
Exactly.
Because the Lord said, eye for eye, man. All right, tooth for tooth, man.
Yep.
All right, unto these other nations, what they have done to us. Then you gotta reap what you sow. You gotta reap what you sow, man. It's right. All right, righteous judgment
Matter
is
of fact, let's give it to them in American terms. Karma, nigga.
yeah,
Karma. It's as simple as that. What goes around comes around. It's that simple, man. All right? Because these people don't understand reap what you sow. You got to give it to them in American terms.
Yeah, you gotta give it to them in simplest, you know what I
In
mean?
simple form, yeah. It is whatever you've done in your life is gonna come back and haunt you, man. We've been hearing that since we were kids, man. Okay? But
Even in the world, you hear that, man. You know what I'm saying? But that's true. That's what the scriptures say, man. All right? It says,
and then going back, Salaki, and then going into that, it said that we will be going to them in hunger and thirst. This is why the Lord, if you don't turn back to the law, statutes, and commandments, the Lord gonna line your ass up for that MOTB, man. Because you're gonna go to him and you're gonna end up getting that prick into you for the want of hunger, for the want of thirst, for the things of this lifetime in this society, for you to go back into the world, man. Just for you to be part of, just like it said in Hebrews, man, 11. All right, that you rather choose to suffer affliction with the children of Israel than to have pleasures of sin for a season, man. Because that's exactly what it's gonna be. It's just gonna be a pleasure of sin for a season. You're gonna end up taking the MOTB. You're gonna be able to go back into the world, but then the Lord gonna come and fucking annihilate this place, man. So it's like, well, you lost. Whereas if you would have stayed on your ground, all right, like the scriptures say, right? Be steadfast in the faith, rooted and grounded. If you're rooted and grounded, man, fuck this place. You gonna say I don't care about eating, bro? I
The
could
Lord
care
gonna give it
less.
to you. The Lord gonna make it have you eat anyway.
Exactly.
The Lord said, "My servants shall eat, but ye shall be hungry."
Mhm.
All right.
The Lord gonna make miracles, man. All right. Go ahead.
It says, the Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far, from one end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flieth, a nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand. Hey, all right, yeah, that's talking about Esau, Edom, man. All right, the Lord said he's gonna bring a nation against us from far, man, as swift as the eagle flies. The eagle is the clue, man. The eagle has been the symbol of Esau, Edom, from the beginning of time. All right, the symbol of the so-called white man of the beginning of time. Let me read that one more time. All right, it says, "The Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far, from one end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flieth, a nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand." Yet, because when we came in contact with Esau, all right, we didn't understand his language. When he came to put us in captivity, we didn't understand his tongue. All right,
Us speaking English is a fucking a language we don't understand. We're speaking heathen language. We're speaking Gentile language right now, man.
Yep.
Go ahead.
It says, "As swift as the eagle
Matter of
flies."
fact, yeah, I was gonna say here. I'll back you up with Obadiah. real
Yeah,
quick to
because
break it down.
because Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, his symbol has been the eagle since the beginning of time. Look at
The Roman Empire had an eagle. The Greeks had an
eagle.
eagle.
On the coin, on the money.
Yep.
In this captivity, on the dollar bill, you see an eagle. All right, the national animal of America is the eagle. All right, the Lord said he was going to send a nation, right, the so-called white man, against us, man, to put us into captivity. This is what the Lord is saying. That this is one of the curses that he was going to put on our people, man. All right.
This is Obadiah 1:3, and it says, "The pride of thine heart has this." I'll start from 2. "Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen."
We'll start at 1.
All right. This is Obadiah 1:1. The vision of Obadiah concerning Edom.
Concerning Edom. So we know this is talking about Esau, Edom. The so Nah, he's wearing shoes.
Nah, but I see a black and a white one.
Yeah, it's the same one.
Nah,
It's the same.
nah, one's
Yeah.
a low top, mid top, and the other one's a high top.
Nah.
He lost the other one. It says, "The vision of Obadiah concerning Edom."
So concerning Edom, Edom is the so-called white race today. So this
That's right.
whole book of Obadiah concerns the so-called white race, the nation of Edom.
That's right. "A rumor from the Lord Yahweh, an ambassador is sent among the heathen. Arise ye and let us rise up against her in battle." Meaning what? Prophesy against Mount Seir. That's
Right.
what we do every day. All right. We come out here and we prophesy against Mount Seir and against the rest of these other nations, man. And against our own people.
Yeah, 2/3, man.
That's right. It says, "But I have made thee small among the heathen."
Yeah, so the Lord is telling Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, that he has made them small. Out of all the nations on the earth, he is the lowest of the low, man. He's nothing but filth and scum, man. All right, the so-called white man. All right, the Lord created you to be destroyed. All right, you are vessels of wrath fit for destruction.
That's right. That's right.
That's why the Lord created you. The only reason why you're ruling against us now, all right, is because what we're reading right now in Deuteronomy 28th chapter, that the Lord was going to send a nation against us as swift as the eagle flies, a nation of fierce countenance. So the Lord sent the white man against us to rule over us and put us into captivity because of our wickedness. All right, but the Lord is taking us out of this captivity, and he's going to raise us up to be kings and gods again on this planet Earth, man. That's going to happen when the Lord comes back. That's the kingdom of heaven. Yeah.
It says, "I have made thee small among the heathen. Thou art greatly despised."
Yeah, you are greatly despised. The so-called white man, Esau, Edom, starting with the elite banking families like the Rothschilds and the Rockefellers, all right? All the nations of the earth greatly despise the
That's why they
so-called white
fucking
man.
hide. That's why the elites never show their face, because they literally hide from the world, man. They're greatly despised among everybody.
Every nation,
Even though they're in league with these other nations, again, scriptures tell you that the ones that were once in league with thee had deceived thee, man, and they're gonna turn against them. They're gonna be a proverb. I forgot how it goes in there. I think it's right in here.
they are confederate against you.
That they prevailed against thee. Yeah, that they all prevail against us, man. I mean, not us, against America. Eventually, they're gonna all turn against the whore and hate the whore, man. So it says, the pride of thine heart has deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground?
Yeah, because Esau, Edom, he once dwelled in the clefts of the rocks. All right, he was a caveman at one time. That's why they're called Caucasians. The word Caucasian means cave dweller. They dwelt inside the Caucasus Mountains when our people were ruling this planet Earth. They were pushed forth from among men. All right, read that part again now.
It says, the pride of thine heart has deceived thee.
Yeah, because Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, he's the proudest person on the planet Earth, especially here in America, right? Because America's been ruling and been that top nation for a long time, man. All right. Oh, nothing can happen to America.
Well, yeah, that's
white
what they
people
say.
walk
I'm
around
a queen
proud
and
as
I
hell.
sit as a. It says, I sit as a queen and I am no widow. Yeah, because she thinks she can't be touched. That's the pride of America, man, that they'll never be touched.
This is America. That's never going to happen.
No, you see the like we read earlier. The people are the way that their king is. The people are the same way. The people here, America, the people of America think that America is never gonna fucking fall, bro. You about to meet your doom, yo.
Yep.
You're about to really meet your doom, because whether you like it or not, America is gonna be annihilated, man.
It's written in prophecy. It's already
Exactly.
written. It's already written. It's already written. The scriptures say, the word of the Lord shall not return unto him void.
That's right.
It's gonna happen. The Lord is not a man that he should lie.
Right.
Come on, man.
This is oh my bad. It says, the pride of thine heart has deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, whose habitation is high.
Right? That's why you got something known as skyscrapers. He likes to build his buildings high, man. All right.
And they're built with pride. Everything they do, they take pride in what they do, man. All right. Everything that they do is taken with an ounce of pride with it, a sprinkle of pride. Okay, look what I built. I made this with my hands. That's what this motherfucker's like. All right, not knowing that the Lord gave him the strength to build that.
Look how tall and great my buildings are.
Yeah, exactly.
They tower over your shit. You know what I'm saying?
Whatever, man. It says, who saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground?
Yeah, because Esau, Edom, so-called white man, starting with the elite banking families, that's their mindset. They think they're never going to fall from the rulership of this planet Earth. Because Esau, Edom, so-called white man, he rules this earth right now, man. It's under his power, and he thinks he's never going to fall down. But the scriptures say that the Lord is going to bring him down, man.
Grab Job, I think it's I want to say the 19th chapter, that their houses continue. They think that their houses won't continue forever. All right, they're able to 19, I think that's what. Hold on. They also
In Malachi too. Their inward thought. Is that what you want?
the inward thought. KJV.
I thought that was in Psalm.
It might be in Psalms. That's why I just looked it up, because it might be in Psalms actually. For their inward thought is that their house continues forever. KJV. 49, yeah, Psalms 49 and 11. What I'm thinking about is in Job, when it says that they're able to pass their wealth down to their children,
Right.
because they're able to pass down their that wealth down to their children. They think their inward thought is that their house is gonna be forever, man. All right, but go ahead.
Psalms 49 and 11, their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever, and their dwelling places to all generations. They call their lands after their own names.
Yeah, and that's what they do now. They steal everybody's lands and then they name it after themselves, man. Just like America is named after Amerigo Vespucci.
Same thing with Africa, man. Leo Scipio Africanus. All right. Every time a so-called white man takes over a land, they name it after themselves, man. Look at Egypt. All right. Egypt is a Greek word. So is Ethiopia. All right. All that, man.
That's right.
Because Egypt was once called Mizraim, man. All right. When the Greeks took it over, when the Ptolemy Empire took it over, they named it Egypt, man. They called it bondage. Because that's
house of bondage.
That's where we were bonded.
Egyptos.
Yep. All right.
That's right. So it says, though they exalt themselves as the eagle.
Yeah, see, that's the whole point right there. That's what we're trying to get. The Lord said the white man exalts himself like the eagle. What's the national animal here in America? The eagle. What was the animal that was on a Roman and the Greek coin? The eagle. Because Esau, even so-called white man, he ruled those empires. What's on the back of the dollar bill here in America? The eagle. The symbol is always the eagle. He's known as the eagle in the Bible. All right?
And what does an eagle do? An eagle flies high.
Yeah.
See, that's that pride that they have. Their habitation is high. Because you always find an eagle at the top, fucking somewhere high.
Always
down,
looking down.
Always watching down. Exactly.
Scoping.
Exactly. It says, though they exalt thyself as the eagle, though thy set thy nest in the stars, thence will I bring thee down, saith the Lord Yahweh. And that's going into what? Going into these space stations, man. All right, they have space stations that they nest in the stars. All right, and they're watching us from up there, which they really nested up those. They put those nests in the stars because they want to watch the activity that comes from outer space, man. From the angels.
Yup.
They want to watch the angels coming in and out.
That's why they put the satellites up there.
Exactly.
Satellites are eyes, man. They're eyes, basically. And they're trying to be like the Most High. They want to have eyes everywhere.
Well, it's crazy you say that because what's they satellite called God's eye, God's eye view. That's exactly what they want to do. They want to have the view of because the Lord can see all things, man. We look on as the Lord looks at us. He looks at us like little ants.
But they still can't see what the Most High sees, man.
Exactly.
They can't. That's why they have that out there. That's why they have the Hubble telescope. All right. They wish they could see galaxies away. They want to know what's out there, but they can't, man. They want to see outside the galaxy, but they really can't.
Why do you think he's able to know that there's other planets and things like that? It's not that these devils have gone to these planets. They ain't never touched none of these planets, man.
They never even touched
but
the
they
moon.
have the technology to see out there. They have telescopes. These devils will build a 1,000-time magnification telescope just to see past Mars.
Listen, the Lord gave them the technology to see what they wish they could have.
Yeah, that's facts.
The
though.
Lord killed them with that.
Yeah, he really did, and that's what's gonna be funny in the kingdom when they ass is getting taken from one planet to another in slavery just because your ass is going to my other planet to go build my shit. Somebody the other day said that the heathens are not gonna build our shit.
It says in the scripture.
I know, bro.
They're gonna build.
He was trying to scoff. He was on the elders page, and I had put out a script, and another brother brought a script that proved it, and he said, "Man, that's not talking about the heathen. That's talking about us." I was like,
build. Oh man.
nah, he was sounding bugged. It was bugged. See, at the end of the day, we are gonna build our own shit. But physically build it? Nah, we ain't gonna build it. We'll come out with a blueprint.
Honestly,
how we
yo,
want our
I don't
things.
know if I want
Yeah, because that's the thing. Some people might not want an actual heathen touching their shit. I tell you what, I'm gonna have all types of heathens touching my shit because I had to touch your shit here, all right? But you're gonna have to touch mine, which is holy. Lord willing, in that time, if I make it, all right, that is gonna be holy.
It's gonna kill you more to touch something that's holy because your ass ain't got no holiness in you.
Yeah.
You see, it's gonna hurt. It's
You
gonna
gonna
burn
be
their hands just putting things together in my household.
Yeah, you're gonna be ashamed to hold something that's holy, to be in the presence of a righteous man.
Yeah, yo, it's true though. But see, that's the point. All right, they built their nest in the stars, the eagles. So that's how you knew when it said that we were going to be taken by a strange country. All right, quicker than the eagle flyeth. All right, speaking not our language. All right, he was talking about America, man. Us being transported onto Babylon the Great, which the Northern Kingdom was here before the Southern Kingdom. Okay.
And they had to go through it too.
Exactly. They went through it first.
Yup.
Basically, because they were the first ones to start going off.
Yup.
Northern Kingdom always coming off with some bullshit.
See how the Lord works.
Mhm.
It says a nation of fierce countenance.
Mhm. Yeah.
Are they not a nation of fierce countenance when they met us? Do we not go through brutal slavery
They had that
here in
stout
America?
ass face. They didn't give a shit. Stern faces,
They
man.
were fierce against us, man. They used to rip our pregnant women's bellies open, take the baby out and feed them to alligators. They used to do crazy shit, man. All right,
Dashing our children on stones.
yeah, they
man.
used to take they used to take our children and dash their heads against stones. The scriptures say that we're going to do the same exact
Same
thing.
Exactly.
We're going to take their children and just fling them against the fucking walls and watch them splatter, man.
See, people can't wrap their head around it because they're not living in that time. They didn't see that. You see? But I guarantee you, somebody took one of their fucking children right now and bashed them over their head with their stones, they'd be fucking going berserk. So imagine us when we're reading about this, man, and us understanding that we live reincarnation.
They want to say, "Oh, that's the past." But
Exactly.
the scriptures say the Lord requires the past.
That's right. He requires that which has passed. That's right. Everything that's why they're gonna have to pay for the things that they did. See, look how beautiful the Lord is. Israel paid for their shit already, man.
See, we're paying for our shit.
Exactly, man. We paid for it through 7 different captivities,
But
bro.
y'all can't pay for it.
Mhm.
That's the beauty of it, man.
Exactly. And he judged us as a nation completely. Not individually, but as a nation. So that's why you have to prepare slaughter for his children. You know?
Because y'all gonna get judged as a nation too.
That's right.
All right. For how the elites are ruling shit.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? That's pretty much it, basically.
Yeah, go back to Deuteronomy 20, we finish it up.
It says, a nation of fierce countenance, which shall not regard the persons of old, nor show favor to the young.
Yeah, that's how they're gonna be. Go ahead.
They were like madmen sparing none.
The spirit, yep.
They were like madmen sparing none. They didn't regard the persons of the old, nor show favor to the young. They didn't give a shit. When like you said, the women they slaughtered, the men they slaughtered, the children they slaughtered, man.
And they raped the women on top of that.
In the worst way possible.
That's why I was saying before how the Lord shows he compares Esau as a Syrian, because the Assyrians was fucking brutal, bro. When you see the shit that they were doing and how they had us in captivity, bro, they was brutal as hell. So Esau is even more brutal, man. Okay. Go ahead.
It says, and he shall eat the fruit of thy cattle and the fruit of thy land until thou be destroyed, which also shall not leave thee either corn, wine, or oil, or the increase of thy kind, or flocks, or thy sheep, until he has destroyed thee. And the scriptures say, shall not he, if he come to steal grapes, shall not he leave grapes?
Yeah.
All right, yeah, because he just keeps on taking.
Yeah, he's not gonna leave you nothing. You can't expect it. If Esau had a pocket full of bucks, okay, he's not giving you one. Yeah, he's not giving you one because that's the type of person he is.
Yep, that's why he raped, robbed, and murdered this whole planet Earth. Look what he has did to this entire planet Earth. Look what he did to Haiti. Haiti has nothing. no resources, nothing like that, because we stole them all, man.
Yeah, they're going through shit right now too. They're about to they
Yeah.
can't buy or sell without what it was. I think it's the
Well, nah, they're about to get in the way with whatchamacallit.
is that what it was?
I was just watching something. I think somebody
Somebody can't buy or sell right now. Unless they have that. I forgot who it was. I just seen it. It came up either yesterday or this morning. So I gotta look. Somebody will post it when I go look on Instagram. Probably do a whole video on it. Yeah. We had 52. Yeah. Okay. All right.
And he shall besiege thee in all thy gates until thy high and fenced walls come down, wherein thou trustest.
Yeah, that's talking about how Esau, all right, is going to besiege us. Besiege means to have us in siege, bro. That means to be in lockdowns, all right? Captivities, exactly. Which our lockdowns of ancient times are going to be a lot different from lockdowns today. These lockdowns this is going to be a digital lockdown because everything is the Internet of Things. Everything is about the internet, smart this, smart that. So we're gonna be locked down in the internet world, man. You know how many, bro? This is why people don't realize how they have brainwashed you with social media and the internet to the point that these people are going to go crazy without it. They can't live without it, bro.
They're in their
so
phones.
into it. Yeah.
Yo, they can't.
That's why the scripture said that he deceived them by the means of those miracles, those technologies, bro.
They can't keep their face out of their phone for a second, man. Especially you women, man. Oh man, you take your phone. You got your phone in your hand everywhere you go. All right, you're in your phone constantly looking at your Instagram pictures, all that.
You want to know if a woman really about it? Take her phone. Take her phone from her. See how she reacts. See if she don't chase your ass for that phone. I bet you she'll chase your ass because she got something hidden in that shit all day long. You know what I mean? But go ahead.
It says, throughout all thy land, and he shall besiege thee in all thy gates, throughout all thy land which the Lord power, which Yahweh thy power has given thee. And thou shalt eat the fruit of thy own body, the flesh of thy sons and the daughters and of thy daughters, which Yahweh thy power has given thee, in the siege and in the straitness wherewith thy enemies shall distress thee.
Good.
So that the man that is tender, it says, so that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eye shall be evil toward his brother and toward the wife of his bosom and toward the remnant of his children which he shall leave.
Right.
So that, because hold up, let me read that again. It says, verse 54, so that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eye shall be evil toward his brother. That's right, man. Because our people were very lovable in the ancient world, man. All we did was hug and kiss each other on the cheek and all that, man. All right? We were very delicate with each other, man. A real brotherhood, a real nation. But nowadays, our people can't even walk past each other without mean mugging each other. All right? Every time when we walk past each other, it's a walk in silence. We don't even say hi or what up. And no, we don't show no type of, what up, brother? All right, our people just walk past each other, mean mugging each other, man. All right, that was a curse that the Lord put on our people, man, on our nation. We're reading it right now.
And as you can see, it's talking about the siege. So it's talking about the men that were tender and delicate. Yeah, even the times of now, when this shit goes to shit, people that you thought were nice people, they're going to go fucking insane, man. They're going to go cold-hearted, bro. Because when they see that their asses can't eat, they in the siege lockdown, all right, that this place is coming to an end, all right, desperate times gonna call for the desperate measures. It's the same thing with the woman. Like when he's gonna continue reading, it's gonna tell you about the woman, that the women are gonna eat their children in secret in the siege, man.
A lot of it, we're gonna run into cannibalism, man. That's one of the biggest plagues that the Lord's gonna put upon our own people. That they're gonna have to eat their own people, man. You see, you got to eat your own children, your own son, your own daughter. All right, that's showing you that the love of our people, the woman and the man, is gonna go from being lovable to the love of many waxing cold, man.
Yep, I was just about to say that.
They're gonna wax worse and worse, man, as the times come, bro, because the spirit of wickedness is gonna become heavier and heavier in that time, man, because it's that last time. The Lord said that he don't ever have to do this again, so he gonna make sure he gonna show out. He gonna make sure your ass don't ever have to go off again. You see?
Yeah, the Lord said that he's gonna bring a time that the earth had never seen before. All right. So it
And
says,
it's crazy because I just read I forgot where I was reading it, because I just read random books when I pick up the script. And when I was reading, it was talking about that. It was talking about how the Lord gonna do so much damage to this place that he never gonna have to do it again. It was explaining basically in the same words, but you know, scripture terms. And I was just like, man, the Lord just be telling you, where the fuck do these people be coming out with peace? The Lord constantly was telling you how he was going to destroy something, man.
yeah, that the Lord is all peace and
Yeah, bro. The Lord always trying to break something, man. The Lord loves drama, man. That's like, yo, the Lord loves drama. So his movie is filled with drama.
yeah. How can you not think that?
Filled with drama and action, yo.
How can you not think that the Lord doesn't love drama? Look what happened in throughout history. World War I, World War II. That's all drama. Earthquakes and missiles flying and people being slaughtered. That's why they make movies about these things. It's all dramatic and, you know, the white man Esau Edom, all right, through Hollywood, he makes money off of what the Lord had created, man. All right, he makes money off the Lord's story.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that, yo. How wicked he is that he making money off the Lord's drama. That's what he doing. Of what's written on the script in the scriptures, he making money off the Lord. That's how you know that the Lord is not in his stuff. That's disrespectful,
He sells
bro.
the word Lord.
Exactly, man. Disrespectful.
And that's
as
how you
hell.
know he's the devil, yo, because the scriptures say to sell not the word, man. But you have to go into the store and buy a Bible. Come on, man. You got to pay money just to have this wisdom. All right.
And when it's real good books, they'll charge you a fucking arm and a leg just so you don't get your hands on it. They'll charge you. Yo, that book Russian Icons, I was trying to get my hands on it. Yo, it's more than that, bro. They trying to sell that shit for like $15,000, bro. What the cheapest I seen it was like,
I seen it
for like 250, like 250, 300. But I didn't trust it because I didn't know it was a used book.
Nah, it's not the real. It's not the real.
That's what I'm saying. You got to be careful.
The
on what
real one says Russian. It literally
Icons,
says
and it's
Russian
got
icons,
dark skinned men on it.
and it got the book is black. The cover of the book is black. They got other ones like it, but it's not really it, bro. It's not the real.
Yeah.
All right.
Just even like with that, who is Esau Edom? I remember when I tried to buy it, they tried to sell it to me for like $1,500.
Yeah,
But I had to make a whole new account to make it look like I'm a new guy trying to buy something, and I found it for fucking like $10. Showing you how Esau is when he knows that you're trying to search truth, he's trying to take it away from you, man. So go ahead.
Well, I was able to get it for $10 too.
Yeah, I got it for like
15,
10 years, something like that.
20.
$10.
Yeah,
I ain't mind that.
it says,
But then it made me think, is everything in there legit? You know what I'm saying?
I think
But all
it
you gotta do is just look up the PDF and compare it.
Yeah,
Compare them.
that's how I usually do it.
They'll take out a page here and there, some crucial information. But hey, through the Spirit, we always gonna find it, man, because the Lord gonna direct us where we need to go. Go ahead.
It says, his eye shall be evil toward his brother and toward the wife of his bosom and toward the remnant of his children, which he shall leave, so that he will not give to any of them of the flesh of his children whom he shall eat, because he has nothing left him in the siege and in the straitness, wherewith thy enemies shall distress thee in all thy gates. All right, and that really goes back to the time of 70 AD, man.
Yep.
It says, the tender and delicate woman among you, which would not adventure to set the sole of her foot upon the ground for delicateness and tenderness, her eye shall be evil toward her husband of her bosom, and toward her son, and toward her daughter.
Yeah, so the delicateness of a woman is gonna be taken away from them. That's why these fucking women manly as shit. You see, they're not delicate no more. They're not feminine no more, bro. They just straight man shit. All right, they want to walk around with a jock strap, dick and balls nowadays.
And that's they literally do that.
And it's crazy.
They literally do that. They literally do that, man. All right, that's why you got into something called dykes.
That's right.
All right, they dress like men. They look like men. They wear dildos. How's it a woman wearing a phallic symbol, man? Yo, that's wicked, bro. And when you really think about it, bro.
Yeah.
If I think it's wicked, imagine how the Lord is looking at it. A woman walking around with a penis. She's walking around with something that's supposed to
Not only that, she come with the whole perception of man ain't shit. I don't need a man, but you trying to act like a whole fucking man.
Yeah,
you want to do manly shit.
You don't want to be. You don't like men, but you trying to look like.
Trying to look and be one. Exactly.
Shit make no damn sense.
That's the strong delusion, the confusion that the Lord will put on your ass. That's the madness and blindness that the Lord put on you, man. Astonishment of the heart, man.
It says, and toward her young one that cometh out from between her feet, yeah, her children, and toward her children which she shall bear, for she shall eat them for want of all things secretly, in the siege and
straightness. You know, a woman. See, a man is not about I want. A woman is about I want.
Mm-hmm.
A man talks about the shit he needs, man. The things that are gonna profit him in society.
Yeah, because
see, the women gonna want to go back to society. They're gonna want to not feel the pain and the distress that's being brought upon us. So they're gonna what? They're gonna turn against their own husbands, their own children. They're gonna secretly eat their children. They're gonna secretly go over there and take that MOTB on the low. All right, they ain't gonna let your ass. That's why we tell brothers that have wives in this truth. Listen, she might be with you here now, but she ain't gonna be with your ass later, most likely, man. Because a lot of these women gonna turn into Lot's wife. Lot's wife. A lot of these people gonna turn to Job's wife. That's why the Lord is gonna find who is fit for you in that time, man. When the time comes that 7 women shall cleave to 1 man, He's gonna find those that are worthy for you. The ones we think that are worthy are not the ones we're gonna be around, man. I'm trying to tell you that. They're gonna turn just like these women. They're gonna be tender and delicate at the beginning, all right? If they are of the truth, but they're gonna eventually turn against you. And if they are not of the truth, they just fucking brolic ass niggas. Only in America where you find women niggas. Nigga women's and shit. Like they all acting like straight men out here. That shit is crazy. Go ahead.
Wherewith thy enemy shall distress thee in thy gates.
Mm-hmm.
If thou wilt not observe to do all the words of this law that are written in this book, and thou mayest fear this glorious, fearful name, Yahweh.
See, name. He said, if you were not to observe and do all the laws that was written and not to fear, it said, if you did not fear, or was it? Yeah, it said that thou mayest fear this glorious and fearful name, and it's the Lord Yahweh thy power. You see, not names, but name. The name does matter. Go ahead.
Then Yahweh will make thy plagues wonderful, and the plagues of thy seed even great plagues.
Yeah, the Lord gonna make those great plagues. All right, is that time that you ain't never seen on earth, man. Plagues you ain't never seen on earth. Plagues that are not even written in this book. All right, go ahead.
Then the Lord will make thy plagues wonderful, and the plagues of thy seed even great plagues, and of long continuance, and sore sicknesses, and of long continuance. Moreover, he will bring upon thee all the diseases of Egypt, which thou was afraid of, and they shall cleave unto thee also every sickness and every plague which is not written in the book of this law. Then will Yahweh bring upon thee until thou be destroyed, and ye shall be left few in number, whereas ye were as the stars of heaven for multitude, because thou wouldest not obey the voice of Yahweh thy power. And it shall come to pass that as the Lord rejoiced, that as Yahweh rejoiced over you to do you good and to multiply you, so Yahweh will rejoice over you to destroy you and to bring you to naught. And ye
It's
shall
gonna be his good pleasure to destroy you, bro. Yo, where do these people read?
that God is all
Oh,
love.
I can't wrap my head around. That's that strong delusion, bro, that the Lord got on them. That's how you know they don't even read. They don't even read.
They don't know the Bible.
They don't read their Bible,
they
bro.
don't-
They just regurgitating whatever the hell
Their
pastor
pastor
tells
said,
them.
yeah.
Yeah, man. That's just fuck,
right?
bro.
And to bring you to naught. Yeah, to make you nothing, man. All right. And ye shall be plucked from off the land whither thou goest to possess it. And Yahweh shall scatter thee among all people from one end of the earth even unto the other, and there thou shalt serve other gods, which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, even wood and stone. And among these nations shalt thou find no ease, neither shall thy sole of thy foot have rest, for Yahweh shall give thee there a trembling heart and failing of eyes and a sorrow of mind.
Sorrow of mind, complete madness, your mind constantly being distressed. All right. And then it said what? Failing of eyes.
Having
meaning
no
what?
hope.
Yeah, exactly. Failing of eyes, no hope, no vision. All right. The visions that these people have are the visions of this world. All right. The things that are seen. Remember what we read earlier, but we look after the things that are not seen, because the things that are seen are temporal. All right. But the things that are not seen are forever. So they're failing of eyes. All right. They literally think that they like Esau, thinking that their inward thought is that the house is gonna pass on forever and ever here too, but not knowing that everything that has a beginning has an end, and the end is manifest, man. There has to be a beginning and there has to be an end. That's the perfect balance of the Lord, man. Go ahead.
It says, and thy life shall hang in doubt before thee. That's right, man, because our people wake up every day not knowing they're going to be shot, or killed, or what the hell is going to happen to them, because we're not ruling, we're not living in the kingdom of heaven, we're not immortals just yet. So our life is hanging in doubt, man, because the scriptures say
You're not promised tomorrow.
Yeah, you're not promised tomorrow.
Scriptures say, boast not yourself with what tomorrow may bring, because we don't know if we're going to be here to fucking tomorrow. We're just a vapor, bro. You're here one day and gone the next.
That's right.
See, to us, it looks like we've been living for many days, but to the Lord, you're here one day and you're gone the next.
In the eyes of the Lord, because 1,000.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
We don't even live a day to the Lord.
We don't even live like a second.
Not even. Exactly.
I
I only said that because back in the day we did live long.
We only in the spirit where we're only alive for like a few hours.
Yeah, fact. That's why he said that basically when those that die in this truth, they sleep basically. They're not dead. They're just asleep right now.
Yeah.
They're sleeping till the time comes. And them being dead, for us, it might be, all right, he's been dead for 3-4 years. But to him, it's going to be like he was sleeping for a minute.
Yeah, because Yahushua was dead for Yahushua what? He was killed 2,000 years ago. All right, but in the spiritual world, that's only 2 days.
Yeah.
All right, so you think that he's not mad that you just killed him 2 days ago? You damn right, he's still mad. What's up, big dog? All right. Yeah, so he's still mad. So you think he's not going to take vengeance when he cracks them clouds, man? You damn right. All right. So it says, and thy life shall hang in doubt before thee, and thou shalt fear day and night, and shall have none assurance of thy life. Yeah, because the Israelites, the people on this side, man, they have no assurance of their life, man. And you were just saying, man, we don't know when we're going to die, man. All right,
good night.
we don't know what's going to happen to us an hour later.
I could get
or
pulled,
5 minutes later.
over right now on the way home. Next thing you know, I'm getting fucking shot.
Right.
And I ain't even do nothing.
That's right.
It's just like the Lord said, this is a curse that's upon our people, that our life is not, we have no insurance of our life, right? These heathens, they don't have insurance of their life either, because when the Lord calls you, that's it. The Lord called you. But if you look, what the Lord said, they are not plagued like other men. All right? They don't get the same treatment that we go through, man. But see, when the kingdom comes, all them curses going to be reversed onto them.
Right.
Now you're going to see what we fucking felt like. And worse. You see? Because we're the Lord's chosen people. Y'all nothing but spittle onto the Lord. So if the Lord didn't give a shit about you, he ain't going to give a shit about you in the kingdom neither. All right? Go ahead.
It says, in the morning thou shalt say, would the Most High it were even, and at evening thou shalt say, would the Most High it were morning, for the fear of thy heart wherewith thou shalt fear, and for the sight of thy eyes which thou shalt see. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships, by the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again. And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you. Now it's talking about slavery here in America. All right, that's talking about the transatlantic slave trade. All right, when we came over to here on slave ships to America, that no man was going to buy us, redeem us out of that captivity. No nation came to our help. No nation came to Esau and Edom and said, "Oh, that's not right. Let those people go. What you're doing is not right. Having those people in slavery and whipping them for no reason."
It's funny you said that. It's like, well, the Lord put the spirit on Moses to tell Pharaoh to let his people go. He put the spirit on them to do that this time. See, he put the spirit on Esau to let us go. No, he got us in full throttle right now.
Yeah,
and it's about to turn up even more of a full throttle, because now is our doom. See, now we've been living this whole time under this devil's rulership, but now 2/3 got to go. 2/3 got to be taken out the way. So if the Lord got to take away 2/3, that can only mean that it's going to get hectic out here, man. All right. But going into, like the brother said, he said, I will bring you into Egypt again.
Yeah.
We've only recorded, there's only one account of us being in Egypt. All right. So what's this Egypt again? That's why spiritually we're known as Sodom and Egypt. America is known as Egypt, because the Lord is saying he's going to bring us into Egypt again, meaning what? Egyptos, the house of bondage, man. Captivity. Exactly. We're being into captivity again, like we normally always did every time we went off. The Lord warned us every time we went off, sent his prophets to give you the word, all right? And then you didn't hearken, you ended up going into captivity. You ended up getting your ass whooped, getting killed. Go ahead.
And that's how you know it's not talking about the actual land of Egypt, man. Because it says we will go into Egypt again in ships, man. It don't take ships to go from the land of Israel to Egypt. That land is connected.
That's right.
It says, and the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships, by the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again, meaning our homeland. We won't see the land of Israel no more. All right, being brought into this captivity, man. Our people as a whole nation, we haven't been back to the Holy Land since we were brought over here.
And we're actually supposed to go out there, what is it, every year? 3 times a year, I think it is. For the Passover, yeah, for the high holy days. And we ain't been back since. You feel me? So that's why the Lord is going to bring us back. It says that no man shall redeem us, meaning, like the brother said, that we were not going to be bought back by any other country. But see, the beauty of our power is that we were bought back in blood of Yahushua, man.
And Yahushua gave us a grace period to what? To be able to turn back onto the Lord.
That's how we were redeemed.
This is why we're able to come out on these highways and hedges, hours upon hours, days upon days, to come and open the minds of our people, man, to show them, damn, this, you want to put your pants a little lower? Oh, no, that's a shirt. Never mind. I think that was his pants all the way by his chest, bro. I know you see it.
Yeah.
It looked like it's all.
Like up here.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah,
Let me
that's
stop. Let me
crazy. Nah, he
stop.
said that.
I was like, damn.
Yeah, I thought you were being
I-
sarcastic.
Nah, I was dead ass. Nah, I was dead ass serious. But I see that it's the shirt, is the
Yeah,
same
yeah.
color. It looked like he had it up here.
That
Like,
nigga had
bro.
it. That nigga wearing a romper.
Yo. So going back into it says that that we were going to Egypt again, meaning into captivity. One more another time. All right. And that we will be what? Bondmen and bondwomen, and that's what we're doing here, serving in captivity, constantly paying for subject onto payments, like the scriptures say, man.
Right.
That's bondage. That's modern day slavery, man. Again, we don't need chains and shackles on our body anymore, man. We are mentally enslaved, man. They have beat the shit out of you so much to believe in white Jesus that you no longer actually believe that our power is the so-called black man. And the evidence is there on a daily basis. The evidence is being shown because the Lord said, I will bring out this gospel throughout the four corners of the earth, and then the end shall come. And this gospel is being preached literally everywhere, yo, from one end of the earth to another, throughout the four corners. It don't matter where you at. You will hear the word of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, man, at one point.
Right.
And that's what the Lord is waiting for. Because once everybody has heard it one time, that's it. Game over.
Yeah.
All right? That's all the Lord wanted you to do, is hear it one time. You either scoffed it or you took heed.
Yep.
And you know what? Those that are of Yahweh are going to take heed and seek him early, man. You're not going to seek for him on the day of trouble.
Yeah.
You know?
It tells you that in Wisdom of Solomon, the 5th chapter, when they see the nuclear missiles in the sky,
Yeah.
that's when they're gonna want to repent.
Yeah. Want to repent, want to hold hands.
Their whole life is gonna flash before
Yeah.
their eyes.
Yeah. The Lord said he will not acquit the wicked, bro. Woo. The Lord is not letting nobody that's wicked slide, man.
He's not letting nobody slide. Even the elect, they had to pay for what they had to pay for.
Mhm.
All right, whether it was in
And
this life
most
or-
likely, those that are of the elect, those that are prophets, were always prophets. So that means they always went back into their righteousness. That means they always we always went off going wicked, no matter what. But eventually, we will fall back into the lot of righteousness, man. That's what the Lord is basically telling you, man. He's just telling you, come back to Him and give the effort, bro. The giving the effort means so much. Because again, we know that this is hard. It's hard in this captivity, man.
Bro, the Lord sees us trying.
Mhm.
He just wants you to try. Do you know much? You people don't know how much slack the Lord has given us. The scriptures say that the Lord, even his punishments are less than what we deserve.
Mhm.
Everything that all the judgments that are given unto us, all right, are way less than what we deserve.
Not only that, when he says that he will chastise you to the point where you can bear it. He never gonna give you something that you can't bear, man. That just goes to show the mercy, like the brother's saying, man. How much mercy? Because if it was up to me, ain't none of us deserve shit here. We're done. It's like no, because if it going back to the Old Testament, if we lived by the Old Testament, by the law, statutes, and commandments, we would be done. Prophets included, because our righteousness is filthy rags. So none of us, we will all have to be put to death before the sight of the Lord, man. All right. So for him to have mercy, man, he's showing us that, listen, you got, this is why we're not justified by works. At the end, it's going to be by faith, because if it was based on the law, you're not going to make it. We're done. We'll never make it.
If it's we offend one law, then we
You
break
offend them all.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's crazy. That man.
And that's why the Lord gonna give us that grace period, like He's giving us now, to at least get to know Him, man.
You rather know him than not know him. Okay? You rather fight the battle, all right, than to go out there and not fight at all and be out there in ease, man. All right? Those that are walking in ease, man, you walk in ease, you learn the hard way. You learn the hard way, you walk in ease later. You feel me? It's that simple, man.
You gotta labor into rest, man.
Exactly.
You gotta go through the hell first to enter into the kingdom. The scriptures tell you that, man. What's that? Wisdom of Solomon 7. It tells you, and also in I forgot where else, but the scriptures also say that the Lord has leniency with his elect. I forgot where that's at. Yeah, because the Lord, he cares for his elect. That's the elect. Those are the ones that he chose to be saved. So no matter how much they go off or how wicked they are, he's going to forgive them. He's very leniency on their sins, man. He's going to keep forgiving their sins. Lord willing, I'm part of that number, man. Because that's all I beg for, bro, is mercy. Mercy and salvation. That's all I beg for. That's all I want. There's nothing in this life that I want besides mercy and salvation from the Lord. I don't ask for nothing materialistic. There's nothing here on this earth in this lifetime that I want, man.
That's another thing. Grab it on your phone. My thoughts for you are not evil. This is Wisdom of Solomon. I'll grab Wisdom. This ain't the one, but I'm gonna bring this one out. Wisdom of Solomon 3 and 9. They that put their trust in him shall understand the truth, and such as be faithful in love shall abide with him. For grace and mercy is to his saints, and he has care for his elect. This is Wisdom of Solomon 4 and 15. Give me 1 second. Hold on. I got it. Go ahead, you can bring that one.
All right, this is Jeremiah 29 and 11. For I know the thoughts that I think toward you, saith Yahweh, thoughts of peace and not of evil, to give you an expected end.
Ooh, read the next one. Yeah, to give us that expected end, that promised end that the Lord had given us, that if we abided by his rules, all right, if we rehearsed the righteous acts and tried, all right, there was no way we were going to fail, man. Go ahead.
Then shall ye call upon me, and ye shall go and pray unto me, and I will hearken.
Yo, fire, boy. That's crazy.
Then shall ye call upon me, and ye shall go and pray unto me, and I will hearken unto you.
Next one.
And ye shall seek me and find me, and ye shall search for me with all your heart. That's the elect, man.
Right there. Hit that 14.
All right, verse 14. Woo. And I will be found of you, saith Yahweh, and will turn away your captivity.
See, that's what we want, man. The Lord start easing our captivity when we start turning to him. He starts easing you from those curses. Yeah, they pursue us till we get out of here, but they ease up on you, man. Go ahead.
And I will gather you from all the nations and from all the places whither I have driven you, saith Yahweh. I will bring you again into the place whence I caused you to be carried away captive.
Let me bring this real quick. This is Wisdom of Solomon 4, and this is 13. He, being made perfect in a short time, fulfilled a long time. For his soul pleased the Lord, therefore has tasted he to take him away from among the wicked. This the people saw and understood it not, neither laid they up this in their minds, that his grace and mercy is with his saints, and that he has respect unto his chosen. Thus the righteous that is dead shall condemn the ungodly which are living, and youth
that is soon as perfected the many years and old age of the unrighteous. For they shall see the end of the wise, and shall not understand what Yahweh in his counsel has decreed of him, and to what end the Lord has set him in safety. They shall see him and despise him, but Yahweh shall laugh them to scorn, and they shall hereafter be a vile carcass and a reproach among the dead forevermore. For he shall rend them and cast them down headlong, that they shall be speechless, and he shall shake them from the foundation, and they shall be utterly laid waste and be in sorrow, and their memorials shall perish. And when they cast up the accounts of their sins, they shall come with fear, and their own iniquity shall convince them to their face. You got one? That which one? The leniency?
Yeah.
Put leniency in,
That's
in
what
the
I
blue
put,
letter.
Yeah, it's something like leniency or something
Let
along.
me see if I find it real quick. And I'll close up. Leniency.
Yeah, it might not be that word, but
Yeah, I know what you mean.
why she come when I'm at home? I'll be
Yeah,
like,
that's how it be. You get home, but then you remember it. But hey, through the spirit, we're gonna end it off on that. Damn, 4 hours. You don't even feel like that, bro. That's the spirit. But hey, with that being said, Lord willing, you will edify. So with that, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Kol Haloyim La Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles, great millstone who rule well. Blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect that scattered abroad, the Akim and the Akwat that was listening in. Yahweh Ratazah, Lord willing, that the lesson was edifying. The next one, Shalom, Yahweh Bashim, Yahweh Shai, Barakatah. Keep fighting the good fight of faith, enduring as good soldiers of Yahweh Shai. So the next time, Shalom.
Shalom.
Yo, that's crazy, bro.